I'm a concubine. Lately, the Prime Minister and have been looking at me strangely. Mother, open up. Don't. Be good. He coaxed me softly, and I obediently took the lychee. What a loving mother and filial son, a cold voice rang out. I turned around, the Prime Minister stared at us coldly, his gaze sharp as a knife. Mother smells nice. Lychee buried his face in my neck, his voice lazy. How dare you? I pushed him away. He grabbed my wrist, his cold, alluring phoenix eyes narrowing slightly. As if seeing through me, Mother clearly likes it too. Deep into the night, the rain murmured. The wind rushed in, making the silk curtains sway. My voice hoarse, I do not. In name, he has to call me Mother. How could I possibly be that twisted? He chuckled low, a hint of wildness in his eyes. Lear. Without warning, his tears came down. I trembled, powerless to resist. Good girl. The night deepened, his husky voice swept past my ear like fire. If only Mother had always been this good. Thunder crashed from the sky. I woke with a start, drenched in cold sweat. I actually dreamed of the Crown Prince, how filthy and shame. I pressed my hand to my chest, thank goodness it was only a dream. The storm pounded down, dark clouds pressing low, the hall pitch black. A faint flicker of firelight cut through the darkness. A tall, elegant figure stood before the gilded candlestick. Hearing me stir, he turned around. Mother's awake. Lychee had a proud, cold face. His bone structure was flawless, his features sharp and clean, radiating coldness. His phoenix eyes curved beautifully, alluring. But his gaze was icy, captivating, and chilling. One couldn't look directly at. He just looked over casually, yet an overwhelming presence pressed down. Inspiring submission and fear, a natural nobility and majesty. The dream still lingering, looking at the young man before me. Two words popped into my head unbidden, sacrilege. I cursed myself silently. Mother, Lychee raised an eyebrow slightly, watching me, his eyes flickering. I snapped back, gasping. My clothes were disheveled, my hair half undone. I quickly pulled my collar closed, cleared my throat. Gee, you can't barge into my chambers from now on. Why not? I didn't know how to explain. I rubbed my forehead. You're not a kid anymore? Do you still need me to tuck you in? Can't you? Amid the wind and rain, he stood in the flickering light, staring at me, looking like it was perfectly natural. I took a deep breath. Of course not. Get out. He looked reluctant. Fine. He didn't move. Still here. He suddenly looked me in the eye, asking softly, Mother, did you dream of me? My heart jolted hard. What did you say? You called out Chai many times just now. I heard wrong. My undergarments were soaked with cold sweat. My name is Jia Yongfu, an abandoned baby raised in a brothel. When I came of age, Zhang Youyan bought me. Yuan is the Prime Minister, and also Lychee's uncle. He gave me the identity of a distant cousin and sent me to the palace. When I entered the palace, Lychee was being raised by Empress. Empress Li had her own son, Prince Jin. She didn't favor Lychee, the child left by the previous empress. Under her care, something went wrong with him constantly. Yang Yan feared Empress Li would ruin Lychee, so he wanted me to find a way to raise him. Not hard. I was beautiful enough to enchant the emperor, and soon I was raising Lychee. Lychee was a pale, gloomy child who ignored people. Honestly, I didn't want to deal with him either, but as a pawn, I had to follow Zhang Youyan's orders and win over this weird little brat. I cooked for him myself, sew his clothes, stayed up late studying with him. Being a loving mother is no joke. He looked at me warily, demanding to know what I wanted from him. Of course, I put in all that effort because I wanted something. I needed to gain his trust. That was Zhang Yuan's order. Zhang Yuyan didn't really care about his nephew. To him, Lychee was just a tool for power, one who happened to share the Jin bloodline. Having me raise him was also to watch him. In Zhang Yuyan's plan, this future emperor was meant to become a puppet he could control. Only an idiot would tell the truth. I lied to him, because you're adorable. I just like cute kids like you. This little brat kept a cold face. You're only 5 years older than me. I'm a kid, and so are you. 17 and 12, that's a huge gap, okay? If his dad went useless, I could have given him a little brother by now. I acted like an elder, smiling as I patted his head. Okay, I'll be a kid with you. Whatever makes you happy, Chi. He brushed my hand away, looking proud. So hard to fool. I noticed this little brat was secretly watching me. Probably waiting to see when I'd reveal my true colors. He successfully triggered my competitive streak. He wanted to catch me being bad, but I'd be nothing but good to him. My strategy for this little brat was simple. Spoil him rotten. I spent every day thinking of ways to pamper him. Whatever the other kids in the palace had, he got too. And things they didn't have, he got those too. If anyone bullied him, I'd pay them back double. Prince Jin killed his cat, so I threw a snake in Prince Jin's bed. The Empress made snide remarks about Lychee being motherless, so I went crying to the Dowager. Bad-mouthing the Empress until the Dowager personally summoned her and slapped her in public. I let it be known, I'm fiercely protective. Anyone who messes with my chi, I'll destroy them. Soon enough, all those opportunists in the palace stopped bullying Lychee, except, of course, that witch Empress. In about a year, I'd won this little brat over. He started calling me mother and even acted cute with me. When it did show up at my bedside with his pillow and blanket, rubbing his sleepy eyes. Can I sleep with you? Mother isn't scared of thunder. Still so proud, he was clearly the scared one. I didn't call him out, kindly welcoming him. Come here, I'm terrified, I need my chai with me. Time flew by, 5 years passed like that. It started as an act, but somehow, doting on lychee became instinct. And now, this kid I raised had finally reached the age to marry. Zhang Yuyan wanted to see me to discuss lychee's marriage. So you're willing to see me? Zhang Yuyan looked up from a pile of documents, his expression cold. If I could help it, I wouldn't want to see him at all. He never gave me a pleasant look. I wasn't going to make small talk, I got straight to the point. Find Chai the most beautiful, the smartest. Oh, and considerate and caring. He didn't even listen, he just asked me directly. Why didn't you come that night? That's what I remember, during the Qixi festival. He'd sent someone with a message to meet. I didn't go, Lychee was sick that night, I stayed up all night caring for him. What was so important that he had to see me on Qixi, but I couldn't offend him directly. She was sick that night. He dropped his documents, walked over, and sneered. Ji Yunfu, don't forget who your real master is. I was just following your orders, taking good care of him. Gan cut me off, did you need to stay by his side all night without sleep? What are you saying? Ji Yunfu, you're spending too much energy on him. Zhang Yuan was warning me. I could only be his pawn, I couldn't have my own thoughts. If I'm good to Qi, he'll trust me and listen to me, won't he? Really? Zhang Yuan gripped my chin, tilting it up, forcing me to look at him. How else should I prove my loyalty to you? He looked at me meaningfully. My nails dug into my palms. He took my hand. Hug me. My face went pale. Are you that desperate? This is the Imperial Archives. If someone catches us, we're both. Zhang Yuyan scoffed. What do you think I want to do? He pressed my hand onto the pouch at his waist. It's worn out and order me a new one. My mind was in the gutter. The pouch at his waist was faded, the edges frayed. That was the one I gave him before entering the palace, even though I came from nothing. It didn't stop me from trying to reach above my station for this high and mighty prime minister. Too bad he had no interest in someone flirtatious like me. He preferred innocent girls like Ning Zhaocao. Ning Zhaocao was the daughter of Zhang Yuyan's mentor. Before dying, his mentor entrusted Ming Yaozhao to him. The pouch I gave him showed up on Ning Zhaocao the very next day. Where'd you get that pouch? From Yuyan, I thought it was pretty, so I asked him for it to play with. He really doted on Ning Zhaocao. Whatever she wanted, he gave her. I envied her a little, but everyone has their fate. What is it mine? I don't want. I got Ning Zhaocao drunk and stole the pouch back. That's when I completely gave up on Zhang Yuyan. Later, in the palace, I lost that pouch. I had no idea where. Turns out, Zhang Yuyan had it all along. A wave of shame washed over me. I reached out to snatch it. Zhang Yuyan quickly grabbed my wrist. What are you doing? I bit my lip. That's mine. You gave it to me. It's mine. He was deliberately humiliating me. Remember to embroider me a new one. Zhang Yuyan is truly shameless. Zhang Yuyan handled Lychee's bride selection quickly. The Ministry of Rites sent over a roster the next day. She, take a look. What type do you like? Lychee leaned by the window, ignoring me, casually peeling lychees. He was rarely this rude. I was a little annoyed. I called him again. Chi. The golden remnants of sunset fell on his cold, alluring face, casting a sense of shattered beauty that stole the breath. Someone like you. Okay, so not innocent, alluring then. I picked one. How about this one? He was non-committal, just leaning there lazily. Mother, come here. In the dim twilight, his low voice was like a spell. When I stood before him, I felt an inexplicable pressure. I belatedly realized time had quietly carved the boy's frame tall and strong. He was now much taller than me. Lychee bent down where he stood, his voice lazy. I don't like any of them. Don't waste your time. I was about to say something when, suddenly, he fed me the glistening fruit in his hand. Open up. I instinctively backed away. No need. He pulled me back easily. Be good. A cool, sweet sensation quickly touched my lips. His fingertip pressed forward. Sweet. The deep darkness of night arrived in that instant. I saw the young man's acidic atoms apple slide slowly up and down. Teeth bit into the fruit, juice flooding my mouth. A sweetness that softened even my teeth. I swallowed without thinking, answering vaguely. His eyes held a shallow smile, coaxing gently. Isn't it better with no one else? I'll keep all the best things for you. Like a devout vow. I spaced out for a moment, almost falling for it. Rubbed my forehead. No amount of sweet talk will work. You're not young anymore, it's time to marry now. What about Uncle? Uncle's 10 years older than me, and he's still not married. Great, like uncle, like nephew. Who knows why Zhang Yuyan won't marry? Doesn't Ning Zhaocao want to marry him? I felt irritated. I don't care about your uncle's business, but yours, I do. For some reason, the corner of Lychee's eyes lifted, a smile spreading. Oh, I thought you cared about uncle too. He licked his fingertip without thinking. Of course not, I wiped his hand with a handkerchief. So dirty, putting it right in your mouth. Not dirty. Lychee smiled and looked behind me. Uncle, you're here. I turned around. Zhang Yuyan had arrived at some point. Her Majesty and His Highness are so loving. he sneered, staring at Lychee's hand with sharp eyes. It's so well behaved. Uncle wants some lychee. This year's batch is especially sweet. Maybe it was just me, but Lychee was smiling. Yet there wasn't a trace of warmth in his eyes. Zhang Yuan came to talk politics with Lychee. Seeing it was getting late, I asked Zhang Yuyan. Prime Minister, have you had dinner? Would you like to join us? I had the servant set 2 place settings. I thought he'd get the hint. Much obliged. I overestimated Zhang Yuyan. Lychee was as dutiful as always, serving me food. This one's good. Try it, mother. A picture of devotion. I served Lychee some me too. Eat more. You're still growing. I jumped. Zhang Yuan actually slammed his chopsticks down. But his face was dark. Had no idea I'd done to offend him this time. In front of Chi, as an elder, I had to keep up appearances. What's wrong? Don't you like the food? Zhang Yuyan shot me a cold glance, then looked at Lychee sternly. Ask him how's the search for a crown princess going. Lychee dropped his chopsticks and leaned back. Haven't found anyone. Zhang Yuan laughed coldly. So what do you want? Uncle will find someone for you. Lychee smiled too. You haven't found anyone yourself either, have you, uncle? I was furious, his face livid. How can you compare yourself to me? Chai scoffed. Of course not. I'm younger than you, uncle. I got plenty of time. No rush. Tension filled the dining table instantly. I rubbed my temples. Who'd have thought the normally serious prime minister and the composed crown prince would bicker like children? I wanted to stay out of it, but then I got dragged in. What do you think, Your Majesty? Zhang Yang suddenly asked me. Think about what? I had no say in Zhang Yuan's love life. But when it came to Lychee's, I had some input. I cleared my throat and looked at Lychee earnestly. Your uncle means well. Lychee lowered his eyes. A shadow fell across his pale face. A mocking smile curved his lips. Mother does whatever uncle says. He stood up abruptly, pushed back his chair, and stormed out. I was confused. Why was he angry? Zhang Youyan's angry expression softened considerably. He picked up his chopsticks and resumed eating. But Chi. Bian raised an eyebrow, staring at me with clear displeasure. Chi Yingfu, have dinner with me. Forget about him. I couldn't help thinking this is the East Palace. The master's gone, and here he is, acting like he owns the place. The meal was miserable. After sending off that pest Zhang Yuyan, I rushed to appease Lychee. Get up and eat. Why does mother even care about me? Lychee was under the covers, his voice muffled. All grown up and still going on hunger strikes when you're mad. I found it amusing. I reached to pull his blanket up. If I don't care about you, who will? Lychee gripped the blanket tight. I couldn't budge it an inch. Defying mother now. The voice from under the covers was still sullen. I wouldn't dare. I'm tired, mother. Please leave. Won't get up, huh? I rolled up my sleeves, kicked off my shoes, climbed onto his bed, and knelt. Really not getting up? The person under the covers was silent. We'll see if I can't handle you. Lychee's ticklish. Can't stand even a little. Especially around his waist, super sense. I tickled him through the blanket, just a light pull. And the person underneath let out a muffled groan. Still holding out. He reached out from under the covers and grabbed me. Mother, stop. His voice was trembling. Still not laughing. I grinned victoriously and pushed his hand away. Too late. Mother. A warning tongue. I got more excited, chuckled twice, and went in for the kill. Suddenly, the covers flew off. My wrist was grabbed, and everything spun. He pinned me down, captured both my wrists with one hand, held them above my head. His other arm braced him up, strong muscles tense. That wild, overwhelming energy unique to young men engulfed me. My mind went blank, my body went rigid. The night was deep. Why'd you stop? His eyes gleamed with a fierce, predatory light. My voice shook involuntarily. Chi, let mother go. His lips curved up in a smile more dazzling than fireworks. Too late. Something was crumbling, spiraling out of control. His burning gaze fell on my lips. Panic rose in me. I struggled. Chi, be good. Mother, his voice low and husky, what are you afraid of? I clutched the sheets. The dim light, the incense, the beast-shaped golden burner with its wisps of smoke. Except for the rain, this scene was exactly like that dream. Fear bubbled up from deep inside. Heat radiated from his body. He leaned closer, terrifyingly close. I felt his rapid breathing. I shouted in alarm. Chi, stop it. Mother's getting angry. Time seemed to freeze. The young man above me didn't move, body tense. What did you get angry? Mother won't talk to you anymore. Silence spread through the night. After what felt like forever, the grip on my wrists finally released. Lychee rolled off, turned his back to me, and laughed bitterly. Mother's such a coward. Scared already. I finally caught my breath, my heart was still racing. I kept forgetting how time flies, the frail boy had grown up. Even between close ones, there have to be boundaries. I should keep my distance from Lychee. For the next while, I avoided Lychee. Eating alone was kind of lonely. I listlessly picked at my vegetables, habits as scary. My lady in waiting Lan Ruo, Tian Du de Kun. Your Majesty, His Highness asked me to pass on a message. His Highness is sorry he'll choose a crown princess properly. He asked Your Majesty not to be angry with him anymore. I suddenly felt terrible. My heart softened again. Go tell His Highness to come have dinner. choosing Yukun's consort is a matter of state. The emperor was too old to manage things, so the empress dowager arranged a banquet for official and the families. In other words, it was a matchmaking event for Lychee's crown princess. On the day of the palace banquet, the empress arranged for her niece Lin Tantan to sit right next to Lychee. Lin Tantan was very attentive, calling him cousin this and cousin that warmly. The empress smiled falsely. Chi and Tantan make a fine pair. It was just small talk, I responded casually. They do, handsome and beautiful. Chi, who'd been peeling shrimp, suddenly turned. He glanced at me with sharp eyes. My heart sank. Right, I'd stepped on the little wolf's tail. He didn't like Lin Tantan. I had to coax him with a smile. Chi, mother will peel shrimp for you. When have I ever let mother lift a finger? His voice was silky. But as soon as I reached out, a plate of fresh, glistening shrimp appeared beside me. That's my boy, so thoughtful. I couldn't help feeling proud. Cousin, I want shrimp too. Can you peel one for me? Lin Tantan chimed in. Don't you have hands? My nails are long, I'm afraid I'll ruin them. Then don't eat them. Did I teach him this? I couldn't help reminding him, be gentler with girls. Lychee was reluctant. I coaxed him, be good, fall's coming. Mother will make you new clothes. His expression softened slightly. He grunted, make them bigger. Mother, remember to measure me first. I looked him up and down. Fine, you. Mother can tell your size with one look. Lychee's pale earlobe suddenly turned red. He said quietly, mother should still measure me in person. What was he embarrassed about? A servant came to pour wine and accidentally spilled it, staining Lychee's robe. Mother, I'll go change. I couldn't wait for him to leave. I'd been eyeing that fuguan forever. But he wouldn't let me drink it. Go on, don't catch cold. The moment he left, I cut loose. I was drinking happily when my face grew hot. Zhang Yun at the head table on the left was staring at me darkly, like he was about to scold me. That guy, so annoying. I sheepishly set down my cup. Looking around, Lychee wasn't back yet. Lin Tantan wasn't at her seat either. The wine jug from Lychee's table was also gone. Unease immediately rose in my heart. Someone whispered in the Empress's ear. The Empress smiled strange. I quietly asked Lan Ruo, when did Lin Tantan leave? An hour ago, even before His Highness. Gone that long? The Empress's whole setup today was to push Lin Tantan on Lychee, but Lychee didn't want her. Knowing the Empress, she'd force the issue. I came from the brothels. I knew too many dirty tricks. The missing wine jug looked like someone covering their tracks. I found a way to get with the Zhang Yun. Have him investigate that servant who spilled the wine. I think His Highness is in trouble. She caught on quickly and asked for show your majesty, are you feeling unwell? Probably the wine. The Empress Dowager and Empress looked over. I pretended to be drunk and asked to be excused. Empress Dowager was always kind, she agreed quickly. The Empress glanced at my empty wine jug, saw my flushed face, and didn't suspect anything. Wang Xiao, Lan Ruo and I split up. Heavy fog rolled in. The towering palace vanished in the mist. When I reached the back hall where people changed, there wasn't a servant in sight. Too strange. I was about to search room by room when suddenly, a sweet voice drifted from a tightly shut room. Cousin. Yin Tantan. Cousin. I gasped. The cousin couldn't be Lychee, could it? My heart pounded hard. I stood before the closed door, took a deep breath and prepared to push it open. Just then, a strong arm reached across and pulled me into the dark storage room next door. The person bent down, hot ragged breath like sparks scattering on my trembling skin. Just as I was about to scream in terror, a voice burned raw by fire rasped low in my ear. Mother, I feel awful. What do I do? I was thunderstruck. That familiar, terrifying, overwhelming energy of a young man was assaulting me. Like I'd walked into a sinful night. The innocent boy held me tight, his voice hoarse, asking me what to do. Instinct kicked in. I couldn't bear to see him suffer. I wanted to ease his pain. But right now, there was nothing I could do for him. All I could do was soothe him. Chi, mother's here. I'm with you. Lan Ruo went to find Zhang Yuyan. They'll find an antidote. Just hold on, okay? I moved, trying to break free from his embrace. Like a trapped beast, he held me tight. His throat bobbed as he swallowed hard, his tone strained. Mother, don't move. Sensing his struggle, I didn't dare move again. Guilt surged through me. He buried his face in my neck, breathing in deeply. Mother smells so good, as if that could ease his restlessness. The hazy, absurd dream overlapped with this filthy storage room. Danger and fear spread through my whole body. The sounds from next door were adding fuel to the fire. Mother, he murmured, each call softer than the last. The boy's rose, colored lips were parched, almost cracking. His eyes misty with moisture were tinged with broken glass. His spine was taut like a bowstring ready to snap. Chi. Mother, help me. He looked at me, those glistening eyes making it impossible to refuse him. I want to help. A terrifying, dangerous thought shoots out like mold growing after a damp rain. It clings to every dark corner, hidden from the light, spreading out of control. I don't want him to suffer. Am I losing my mind? I deserve to die. He's still begging me, over and over. Thick fog rolls in, the moisture blurring his stunning features. That vivid little beauty mark below the corner of his eye trembles. Like a teardrop about to fall, onto someone's heart. Corroding every brick of morality that holds the world together. The alcohol hits hard, I don't want to see him in pain. Like I'm possessed, I shakily touch his tense back and whisper softly, "Chi." He seems encouraged, leans down, presses my head with one hand. Forces me to look up, his dry, yearning lips sinfully descend in. The door gets pushed open right then. 只应付. The man's icy voice shatters the moment. I snap awake and shove the person off me. It's Zhang Yuyan, his face is iron gray. He yanks me over and tosses a small porcelain bottle to lychee. The end of it. Still shaken, I blend into the crowd to watch the Empress's drama. She storms into the room next door with a group of people. Turns out she catches her own son Prince Jin and Lin Cancang in the act. My cousin seduced me. Prince Jin shoves Lin Cancang away and pulls out a little note. It reads, "Cousin, I'm waiting for you in the dressing room." Lin Cancang cries out, "I wrote that note for Cousin Qi. Auntie told me to do it. She said if we sealed the deal today, I could become Cousin Qi's crown princess." The Empress slaps Lin Cancang across the face. "You cheap thing, you're shameless and you frame others." Prince Jin mocks her. "Exactly, if you got the wrong guy, why didn't you push him away?" It was so dark, how was I supposed to know? You're this cheap, throwing yourself at men. Mother told me you even had a few abortions. The crowd erupts. The Empress Dowager, watching coldly, slaps Prince Jin across the face. The Empress rushes to his defense. Mother, he doesn't know any better. This slap lands on the Empress's face. The Empress Dowager sneers. "Well done, Empress, this is how you pick a consort for Qi." Lychee back to normal now, arrives late. He steps forward to support the Empress Dowager. Obedient and innocent. "Grandmother, don't be angry. Your grandson is fine." The Empress Dowager issues a decree stripping the Empress's brother Commander Li of his post. His command of the capital garrison gets transferred entirely to Lychee. Zhang Yuan settles the score with me. "Zhi Yingfu, have you lost your mind?" A storm brews in his eyes. I have no doubt he's about to kill me. I don't know what to say. I can't deny it. In that dark storage room, I had unforgivable thoughts. Well, how does my lord plan to deal with me? You don't even have an explanation. I lower my head and don't answer him. Zhang Yang suddenly pulls me close and kisses me hard. "Zhi Yunfu, only I can touch you." I struggle, bite him. The taste of blood spreads. He releases me in pain. We glare at each other. What's gotten into him? I give up. Kill me if you want. Do whatever. I'm so sick of him, sick of being controlled by him. He licks the blood from his lips, his gaze freezing. "Ha, so you really have fallen for him. Why do you like everyone?" "Why, he succeeds in humiliating me." I laugh carelessly. "Yeah, I came from a brothel. Anyone will do." "No, my lord's wrong. Anyone will do, except you, the high and mighty prime minister." I instinctively close my eyes, but after a moment his hand slams into the wall. His knuckles bleed. It's pathetic. Yet the air goes silent. He turns around, his back to me, his voice eerily calm. "My dear nephew is really something. One palace bank. He takes command of the garrison and tricks you into losing your head." I underestimated him. He's not like that. Don't slander him. I raised Lychee. How could he trick me? Zhen Yuan laughs bitterly. "Fine, Zhi Yingfu. You're useless in the palace now. Time to leave." My breath catches. "What do you mean?" "Your father in Huishou is ill. You need to go home to visit him. I'm an orphan. The family in Huizhou is fake. The father is fake too." Zhang Yuan set it all up. "And he says I'm not needed in the palace anymore. He's sending me home." My heart sinks. Is Zhang Yuan going to kill me? Only a dead concubine doesn't have to return to the palace. The Empress Dowager quickly approves my trip home. Lan Ruo packs luggage, all excited. "My lady. I hear Hiwao is beautiful. This time I get to see it with my lady." I cut off her fantasy and shove a pouch full of banknotes at her. "Don't come with me. Keep this money for yourself." Lan Ruo looks at me with puppy dog eyes. Lan Ruo came with me from the brothel. We're close. This trip to Huizhou, I still don't know what Zhang Yuan's planning. If he really wants to kill me, I don't want to drag Lan Ruo down. Besides, it's easier to escape alone. Mother is leaving without even telling me. A voice interrupts my thoughts. I look up. Lychee stands with his arms crossed, leaning against the screen. His handsome features sink into shadow, dark and chilling. My heart trembles. I haven't had the nerve to face him since that night. He was driven by drugs, but me, what excuse do I have? Alcohol. Whatever its use, it's pretty disgusting. I force a stiff smile. Of course not. I was just about to send someone to tell you. Why is mother avoiding me? Is it because of that night? I cut him off quickly. You know you drank too much that night. You never listened to mother. I look at Lan Ruo. Go out. His Highness and I need to talk. Lan Ruo leaves. Just me and Lychee now. I'm not avoiding you. I've just been busy. I thought mother minded what happened that night. I don't. He walks over, leans down, and looks right at me. If mother's angry, just punish me. Don't ignore me. I told you I'm not. I look away. Then, why won't you look at me? I have no choice but to look at him. Gee, forget that night. It was just an accident. Mother doesn't blame you. He lowers his head, his voice dejected. You are angry. You're leaving me. Just like a little animal afraid of being abandoned. I really want to pack him up and take him with. I almost soften. But I can't. He's the future emperor. He's the boy I raised. He calls me mother. And I, bearing the title of mother, almost seduced an innocent boy. No one could do such a thing. I have no face to stay by his side. Even if Zhang Yuyan didn't make me leave, I'd have to go. I sigh. I'm just going home to visit. Going home to visit means taking all your precious jewelry. For the first time, I find his cleverness terrifying. It's called returning home in glory, don't you get it? Then take me with you. His eyes shine with something that scares me, obsessive, burning. I'm agitated. Gee, you can't always follow mother around. That's pathetic. Empress Li always wants to knock you off the throne. The garrison command was transferred to you. But you need to figure out how many of their people are in the army. You should focus on consolidating power. Once your father dies, whether you can take the throne smoothly is still up in the air. He thinks for a moment. They're not a problem. Taking the throne isn't hard. Whatever mother wants me to do, I can do it. Mother doesn't need to worry. I'm speechless. Please take me with you, mother. I can handle everything and stay with you. Getting rid of him is too hard. The Empress Dowager sent Shui to Mandarin to investigate a corruption case. I hear it involves the Empress's faction. It'll take some time. I breathe a sigh of relief. Once he's gone, things will be easier. But this sensitive, suspicious boy comes to warn me before leaving. Wait for me to come back. I brush him off. Got it. He emphasizes again. Mother, don't run off, or else. He narrows his eyes. His day's dangerous. I'll be angry. So what if he's angry? Try me. He's threatening me. I can't help but laugh. Are you going to eat mother or something? He leans in, ruffles my hair, and smiles sweetly. If there's no other way, I guess I'll have to. He's smiling, but a chill runs down my spine. This kid, born with the air of an emperor. The kind who wipes out entire families with a smile. I shake my head. No way, I raised him myself. Being scared of him, that's laughable. The moment Lychee leaves, I head to Zhang Yuan's place to visit the elderly Madame Zhang. Of course, visiting the old lady is an excuse. Seeing Zhang Yuan is the real reason. Zhang Yian study. I apologize to him first. My lord, how could I be sick enough to have feelings for him? Please, have some mercy. Stop holding a grudge, okay? Now that I've cooled off, I realize I was impulsive. I'm not tired of living. Why would I provoke Zhang Yan? Zhang Yuan sees right through me. No matter how much you pretend, it's useless. The trip to Huizhou is not up for discussion. Apology fail. I have to try something else. Just then, a pair of jealous eyes peeked through the crack in the door. Ning Zao Hao. A lady strikes me. Does my lord need another pouch? I pull out a new pouch from my robe. I stayed up nights making it for my lord. Look at my dark circles. I stayed up nights making autumn clothes for Lychee. As for this pouch, I had Lan Ruo make it for me. But the dark circles and the pouch still do some good. Wu Zhangyan's expression finally shifts a little. But he's still thinking it over, still doesn't quite believe me. I open the window dejectedly. Fine, I'm being sentimental again. I raise my hand, pretending to throw it out. This is your sincerity. His voice is annoyed. He snatches my pouch away quickly. Tie it on me. His voice is cold, ordering me. I can't help but smile. Bending down to tie it for him, I accidentally brush against him. He groans softly. I look up at him innocently. I didn't mean to. Before I finish speaking, Zhang Yan scoops me up and sets me on the desk. With one sweep of his hand, he knocks all the books onto the floor. Zhe Yongfu, you came to me today. Just then, a soft, delicate voice interrupts the heat of the moment. Yueyang. It's Ning Zhao's Hao. I breathe a sigh of relief. She finally not. Zhang Yan's body stiffens. I deliberately cling to Zhang Yiyan, all seductive. Ignore her. Yan, it's raining outside. I didn't bring an umbrella. Can I come and wait out the rain? Zhang Yiyan quickly pries my hands off and speaks to the person outside, his voice steady and reassuring. Come on. Perfect, always favoring Ning Zhao's Hao. I pretend to look disappointed. Zhang Yuan glances at me, hesitating. I shrug and smooth out his wrinkled robes. Kindly, why hasn't my lord married Miss Zhao Zhao yet? Should I arrange a marriage for you? Zhang Yuan brushes my hand away, his face dark. When Ning Zhao's Hao comes in, things get awkward. She's pulling a face, reluctantly greeting me. I'm all friendly, making small talk with her. Then I deliberately bring up. Sister Ning, have you ever been to Huizhou? Zhang Yuan immediately shoots me a warning look. I pretend not to see it. That's my hometown. Beautiful mountains and rivers. It's really nice. In a few days I'm going home to visit. Cousin is coming with me too. Ning Zhao's voice changes. Yuan is going with you. I smile sweetly. Cousin didn't tell you. Gio. Zhang Yuan calls my name. His patience gone. I cover my mouth. Oh, is this something I shouldn't say? I was hoping Ning could come along too. It's more fun with more people on the road. And Zhao Cao looks at Zhang Yan with a hurt expression, as if accusing him of hiding things from her. Zhang Yan's face turns livid, but he has no choice but to patiently explain to Ning Zhao. It's a long journey, crossing mountains and river. It'll be exhausting. Zhao Cao, you shouldn't come. Ning Zhao Cao's eyes immediately well up with tears. Does Yuan find me annoying? Zhang Yan rubs his temples. That's not what I mean. But I want to go. Can I? I quickly fan the flames. Ning's been cooked up at home, and it's pretty boring. Anyway, cousin, you'll be watching over her. Nothing will happen. Besides, if it gets boring on the road, I can teach Ning how to embroider sachets. Cousin, don't you love my embroidery? I deliberately pointed the new sashi tied to Zhang Yuan's waist. Look, he asked me for another one without telling anyone. I thought the Zhang manor was so big they'd have decent embroiderers. Ning Zhao's face turns pale in an instant. Those delicate tears fall like broken pearls, dripping down her cheeks. It's truly pitiful. Zhen Yan has no choice but to compromise. Fine, Xiao Xiao, if you want to go, then go. We leave the day after tomorrow. Go home and pack. Obviously, he wants to get rid of Ning Zhao Chao so he can settle scores with me. I quickly take Ning Zhao Zhao's arm. It's been so long since I've seen Ning. I want to catch up with you. Let's go together. I brought an umbrella. Zhang Yang glares at me, his face darker than the sky outside. I flash him a charming smile. No need to see us out, cousin. Second plan, success. Manipulate Ning Zhao into coming back to Hu with us. As long as she's on the road and with her being even more dramatic than me, Zhang Yuan won't have time to bother with me, and I'll have a chance to escape. Fate. Half a month into the journey, we pass by Crescent Spring. I asked Zhang Yuan, I want to soak in the hot springs. Can I? He doesn't even acknowledge me. I got Ning Zhao Sao. Zhao Cao. You smell kinda sour. Didn't cousin say anything to you? Ning Zhao Sao is scared out of her wits and quickly acts coquettish toward Zhang Yuan. Cousin, I want to soak in the hot springs. It's so rare to come here. Zhang Yuan glances at me. I quickly pass the buck. I don't have to go. Zhen Yan is really targeting me, he says righteously. My lady's body is precious, rest in the carriage. Then he turns around and takes Ning Zhao's Hao to Crescent Spring. Stop. But luckily he's biased. While he's gone, I make an excuse to go into the wood, summoning the fake assassin's Lan Ru bribed in advance. Make our move now. My plan was this: while Zhang Yuan isn't around, have the assassins pretend to kidnap me. The guards would definitely be cautious because I'm a consort. They wouldn't dare make any rash moves, then I take the chance to run. But just then, Zhang Yuan's voice calling for me echoes from outside the woods, Ji Yinfu. My face goes pale. That bastard, why'd he come back? In such a short time, Lin Zhaocao couldn't have finished. So Zhang Yuan must have come back on his own angry. This guy's watching me like a hawk. I can only tell the assassin to go back for tonight and wait for another opportunity. Once the person leaves, Zhang Yuan finds me. He asks suspiciously, what are you doing out here? I look at him resentfully. I snuck away to cry. Sir is being way too biased. Zhang Yan, tell me the truth. Lost a red silk handkerchief, came out to look for it. That's actually true. When I went to meet the assassin, I was really looking along the way. Is it valuable? Not really. She bought it for me from a street stall when I snuck out of the palace. I have a few more, but I won't see him again. I want to keep them all as mementos. Zhang Yan says coldly, if it's lost, it's lost. Stop looking. I'll buy you some Huanzhou, any kind you want. How is that the same? I purse my lips and say nothing. Jinfu. For some reason, Zhen Yuan looks like he wants to say something but hesitates. He clears his throat, looking very unnatural. Huaizhao has hot springs too. Private baths, safer and more private. I'll take you there. I reply lazily, oh, how wonderful. Cousin actually cares about me, how rare. He's very unhappy. Zhi Yingfu, cut the sarcasm. Just then, a guard runs over in a panic. Sir, something happened to Miss Ning. Zhang Yuan's expression shifts slightly. He takes the note from the bard and his face darkens even more. After reading the note, he looks at me with a strange expression. I feel really uneasy under his stare. What happened to Ning? I lean over to look at his note. When I read it, my heart sinks. We've run into flower scenes while traveling incognito. They want Zhang Yuan to trade me for Ning Zhao Sao. I quietly back away, keeping my distance from Zhang Yuan. But Zhang Yuan keeps staring at me intensely. But Qiu runs down and at. Yuan, you wouldn't throw me to those flower thieves, just for Ning Zhao's Hao, would you? The moment I ask this, I already know the answer, in Zhen Yuan's heart. Between Ning Zhao Zhao and me, there's no question who matters more. I break out in the cold. Sure enough, after thinking for a moment, Zhang Yuan quickly makes his choice. Ji Yunfu, you're smarter than Zhao Shao and braver. You need to work with me. I'm trembling. Why? Is my life worth less than hers? Zhang Yuan says calmly, Ji Yunfu, this isn't the time to throw a tantrum. Nothing will happen. But what if something does? There is no what if. A stifling feeling lodges in my chest. I know I have no choice. Meeting you is bad luck. Zhang Yuan's face turns dark as iron. Ning Zhaozao is crying pitifully. I slowly walk toward her direction. For some reason, Zhang Yuan suddenly grabs me. I hold on to a tiny bit of hope. Zhang Yuan, do I have to go? Zhou Yuan hesitates. Just then, Ning Zhaozao starts crying even louder. Yan, I'm so scared. I miss my father so much. Zhang Yuan freezes for a moment, then lets go of my hand. Zhe Yunfu, listen to me. Work with me. How was I so blind to fall for you? Zhang Yuan's face turns livid in an instant. I walk over to the bandits. Xing Zheng returns to Zhen Yan's side. The enemy holds me with a cold, gleaming blade. My heart pounds. I stare at Zhang Yuan. His left hand curls into a fist. According to what he told me, next he'll throw his sword over. Then I dodge left, break free quickly, run toward him, and he'll immediately back me up. The plan is perfect. But there's an accident. When I run toward him, my leg cramps up after just 2 steps. And he, who was supposed to back me up, doesn't because Ning Zhaochao suddenly faints. So, disaster. The enraged bandit presses his sharp blade against my delicate neck. Blood spurts out. I gasp in pain. Zhang Yan's face changes drastically. Whatever you want, I can give it to you. Don't touch her. Cut the crap. All of you drop your weapons, turn around, and walk 10 miles back. Jiang Yuyan doesn't move. I'm out of luck again. The enemy presses the blade harder against my neck. Ow. It hurts so much I can't hold back tears. Jiang Yuan, I'm dying from the pain. In my head I've already stabbed him 100 times. Jiang Yuan's face looked terrible. He stares at me and says through gritted teeth. Fine, we'll do as you say. Don't hurt her. It's rare that Jiang Yuan's conscience appears, but it's useless. The enemy throws a bunch of smoke and quickly pushes me onto a carriage and runs off. 16. Never seen such a hot piece in my life. How about we have some fun before killing her? The little lady just said to kill her, didn't say we couldn't have fun. Who goes first? These two bandit leaders already see me as dad and start arguing. I can't help but interrupt. Who's this little lady you're talking about? We'll let you die knowing. It's that little lady we traded you for. You stole her man, so she wants you dead. I finally understand. So Ning Zhaoshao staged all this, colluded with assassins, and wants me dead. Is it really worth it? Over Zhang Yan. Unbelievable. I scope out my surroundings. Right now I'm being held in a cave. There are about 10 or so bandits total. The two leaders are here by the cave, and the rest are far off by a campfire, drinking and playing games. Very loud. If something happens here at the cave, they probably won't hear it. Besides the main exit facing the minions, there's also an easily overlooked hole in the back. No one's guarding it. Well, they don't see me as a threat at all, so their guard is down. I think fast. There's no way I can take on over 10 men by myself. My best shot is to kill these two men in the cave, then crawl through the hole and escape. But how do I kill these two men? With my size, I can't overpower them. I have to outsmart them. I'm still thinking when the two assassin leaders finish their game, the bearded one comes in first. I take a deep breath. Showtime. Little beauty, tonight Big Brother's gonna treat you real good. Pounces at me. I force down my disgust and tap his chest, dangling a carrot. Big Brother only wants tonight? The bearded man's eyes go wide. What do you mean, little beauty? I bite my lip. Big Brother, if you save my life, can't I stay with you forever? That woman who hired you, she won't know if you really killed me or not. Big Brother can just say you did. Anyway, I'll stay with Big Brother from now on and never show my face in public. She won't know. The bearded man strokes his beard. Sure enough, he's tempted. Really? Little beauty, you're willing to stay with me? To be shy. Big Brother, you're so manly. Way better than that guy Jiang I was with. He's useless, can't even protect his own woman. Big Brother's the best. I feel safe. He believes me. He's hooked and grabs my hand. I quickly pull back. His expression changes. You play me, bitch. I pout. Big Brother's so mean. I just want to be with you long term. What's that supposed to mean? I only want to be with Big Brother alone, but there's still that fat guy waiting outside. I start fake crying. That guy has bad intentions toward Big Brother too. The bearded man is completely confused by me. You better explain this to me properly. What's going on? I turn away and say nothing. He presses me. I wipe my tears. You won't believe me anyway. Forget it. The bearded man, provoked by me, insists on getting to the bottom of it. So I spell it all out. When that guy Zhang drew his sword earlier, didn't you twist your ankle and almost fall on the blade? I saw the whole thing clearly. You didn't twist your ankle. That fat guy threw a rock at your leg. Of course, the twisted ankle is real, but the rock throwing is my invention. The bearded man's expression grows angrier. I keep adding fuel to the fire. Also, why'd you have to do the dangerous job of holding the hostage? You were closest to the hostage. That was the most dangerous position. He's got wicked intentions. He probably wanted to be the boss himself all along and keep all the loot and women. After just a few sentences, the bearded man is completely fooled by me. He curses. I treated him like a brother, and he treated me like a sucker. No way, I'm gonna kill him. He raises his hammers. I quickly stop him. What if you get hurt fighting? I'd feel terrible. How about this? You call him in here. I'll distract him. And when he's not paying attention, you ambush him. That way it's foolproof. I don't want anything to happen to you. Now, he completely believes me. He touches my face and laughs. Little beauty, don't worry. I'll treat you right from now on. I force myself to keep smiling. As soon as he walks out to call the fight, I quickly pull out the special dagger, hidden in my shoe, and hide it in my sleeve. The second fat guy comes in and is about to tear my clothes. I sigh and shake my head. Doesn't look like it. He freezes. Like what? That guy just now said you're useless. The fat guy grabs my hair. Bitch, you trying to start something? I grit my teeth in pain. Don't believe me. Call him in here and confront him. Fine, I'll call him. The fat guy goes to the cave entrance and calls the big guy. The bearded man comes in. I shot him a flirty look from across the way. The bearded guy's eyes lit up with laughter. The fat one followed his gaze and turned to look at me. He spat and said, "Little tramp, I'll deal with you tonight." Who deals with who? Hard to say. Don't believe me? Look behind you. The second he turned, the bearded guy's hammers came down and smashed his skull. Crazy brain matter splattered everywhere, all over the walls. Pretty gross. I covered my eyes. Oh, I'm so scared. The bearded guy dropped his hammers right away and rushed over to grab me. Beautiful, don't be scared. Now you're all mine. The stench of garlic from his mouth hit me like a wave. I held my breath. Sure. Behind his back where he couldn't see, I aimed my dagger right at his heart. But you gotta be alive for that. The blade pierced his beating heart. Full blood sprayed out. His eyes went wide. Through gritted teeth he said, "Bitch. Either he dies or I do." I twisted the dagger and stabbed again. Another body hit the ground with a thud. Suck his. But that satisfaction didn't last long. I looked down at my hands covered in blood. Warm, reeking. Then the emotion hit me all at once. An unstoppable fear like a cold snake. It crawled up my limbs fast. I looked around. The cave was dark and eerie. The rotting corpses leaked dark red cold blood that snaked across the floor. Brain matter dripped down the walls. My hands started shaking uncontrollably. A wave of nausea rushed up my throat. Like I was being sucked into a dark cold whirlpool. I couldn't break free. Then a commotion from nearby pierced my ears. I snapped back to reality. Now's not the time to be weak. I took a deep breath, grabbed my tattered dress, and crawled through the hole. Without stopping, I ran down the mountain as fast as I could. The bitter mountain wind stung my face. Thorns along the path cut my tender skin. The night stretched on forever. Pure terror drove me to keep running without rest. Then firelight from the base of the mountain came into view, like a flower blooming in despair. A glimmer of hope for survival sprouted in my parched mind. In the vast darkness, Jiang Yuan led his troops, holding torches, searching at the foot of the mountain. I figured Gan Yuan didn't want to give up on me, didn't want to kill me. Otherwise he wouldn't have told his men to lower their weapons to keep me safe. I wanted to take a gamble, just once. Jiang Yin saved me one more time. The tall bushes blocked the view of the people below. They couldn't see me. Exhausted, I yelled for him at the top of my lungs. Zhang Yuan, I'm here. Luck was working against me, panic rising. My throat went hoarse. I could barely make a sound. Right then, Ning Zhaoshao said something to Zhang Yuan. Jian gave the order. He led his men in the opposite direction. No, don't go. The will to survive kicked in fully. My brain raced. Right, I can't make noise, but the bushes can. I beat the bushes with all my strength, making as much noise as possible. I tied my bite-like handkerchief to a dead branch and held it up high, hoping someone would see it, but I didn't expect the first person to see it. The first person to hear it would be Ning Zhaozao. She looked in my direction and smiled darkly. Then she shouted, "There's an ambush in the bushes on the mountain. Xiaoti's selection, watch out." Zhang Yuan with his back to me didn't doubt Ning Zhaohao's words at all. He gave the order, shoot to kill. My brain went blank. Bad luck all around. I lost the bet. Countless arrows flew through the air like rain. Something sharp suddenly pierced through my body. The force pushed me back a few steps. A gust of wind blew. The red handkerchief tied to the branch flew away. In a daze, I clutched my aching chest. I reached out to grab it from the wind, but stepped into nothing and fell. Zhang Yuan suddenly felt a dull pain in his chest. He quickly spun around and looked up. He saw nothing, just dark tree shadows and pale moonlight. For some reason, a crushing sense of loss gripped his heart. Jie Yingfu, where are you? Yuan, I'm sorry I was wrong. It was just tree shadows, not an ambush. Yuan sighed and headed up the mountain to search. Hey, isn't that Sister Ji's red handkerchief? Ning Zhaoshao pointed northwest where another red handkerchief hung from a tall tree. Jing Yu narrowed his eyes. He remembered. That was her treasured handkerchief. Maybe she dropped it on purpose to signal him. Anxiety burned through his heart. He immediately gave the order, it's hers. Search that way. I've been married for 2 years, but we still haven't consummated. Right now, my behavior is kinda sketchy. Because I'm spying on the sweeping, handsome young man. Broad shoulders, narrow waist, long legs. Curled up on this narrow bed, he looks cramped. But the cramped space doesn't diminish his noble air one bit. I licked my lips. This handsome young man is the most handsome man in Taohua village. And he's my man. Technically, he's a man I haven't fully gotten yet. The night booming flowers by the window were in full bloom, their sweet fragrance drifting quietly. Probably thirsty, he unconsciously moistened his lips. His sculpted Adam's apple slowly bobbed up and down. An undeniable attraction bloomed along with the night. Moonlight like water gently caressed his cool lips. Subtle, yet breathtakingly seductive. I swallowed hard and gripped the edge of the bed, heart pounding. I leaned forward slightly, closer to him. His breathing was slow and steady. It mixed with my shallow breaths. My heart raced. Just as I was about to touch those soft lips, my chin was caught firmly. Fool, you can't. The man slowly opened those alluring phoenix eyes and looked at me with helpless affection. Just once. He picked me up in one motion. Behave, go back to sleep. I grabbed his collar and kicked my legs. Aren't you my husband? You have an obligation to fulfill your duties as a husband. He looked pained and pressed down my flailing legs. Looks like I can't convince him. I locked onto his bobbing Adam's apple. I remember last time I accidentally touched his Adam's apple. His breathing got really right. I quietly reached out my hand, inching closer to his Adam's apple. Just when I was about to succeed, he caught my hand again. I got mad. Humph, I want a new husband. His gaze grew darker. What did you say? Oh, you need to be pumped. I remembered his punishment last time. Blood rushed to my face. I just buried my face in his chest. Said Nelson. I lay in bed tossing and turning, unable to sleep. Are other people's husbands like this too? Married 2 or 3 years with no consummation. I fell into deep thought. I can't remember a lot of things anymore. 6 months ago, when I woke up in Taohua village, the first person I saw was my man. Back then, I had no idea who he was. Who are you? He froze for a moment. You don't recognize me? What's our relationship? Why would I recognize you? He paused, then spoke slowly. Fear, I'm your husband. I was shocked at the time. I'm married. I didn't believe it. He looked helpless, said we were registered at the government office. If you don't believe me, you can go ask them. He'd gone that far. And looking at his face, which was exactly my type, I didn't doubt him anymore. But how did a courtesan like me meet him? How did I end up in Taohu village? Wrapped in bandages all over, my body still hurting. Big chunks of my memory were blank. He filled in the gap. He said I entered the palace as a court singer. And he was a court musician. We often discussed music theory together and played diet. We spent time together, feelings grew, we fell for each other. The crown prince was kind and helped us. He let us leave the palace. We were very much in love. We lived a simple life. As for why I was wrapped in bandages, 2 years ago we went on a trip and ran into bandits. I slipped and fell off a cliff, badly injured. Yet luckily we met a witch doctor. He used parasites to keep me alive. I was in a coma for over a year. Finally woke up. I usually believed everything he said without question. But now it seems the part about us being very much in love is suspect. What loving couple doesn't consummate their marriage? Makes me mad, just he parades around in front of me looking so good. I kicked the blanket. A threatening voice came from the bed by the window. Cover yourself, sleep. I kicked it again in protest. This is your last warning. I quickly sat up and obediently pulled the blanket over my head. Fine, I'll sleep. Annoying. Frustrated, I went to the stream with dark circles under my eyes, carrying a basket of laundry. By the babbling water, a bunch of women had already gathered, gossiping. I was yawning from exhaustion when I heard one of the ladies say, "Men always act tough. Even when they have problems, they can't say it. They just pretend to be all pure and restrained." I listened and thought, that's all the symptoms. I just tossed aside my washing club, perked up my ears, and listened closely. My man used to be indifferent too. Now he can't get enough of me. You gotta give them supplements, the sooner the better. How do you supplement? Chaz, dear Antler. She rattled off a list of foods. I quickly memorized them. Someone suddenly asked me, "Hey, how's your man?" Their eyes lit up, all staring at me. That man has a face that attracts attention. All the village women love to gossip about him. 冬天dirty laundry, I bluffed. I looked down shyly. Can't say. My legs are weak. Tiskisk, no wonder your dark circles are so bad. I laughed nervously. Then a slow, deep voice sounded by my ear. Weak legs. I froze completely. And turned my head to look. My man was standing right behind me, arms crossed. Those phoenix eyes gleaming. He just looked at me with that half smile. My face turned red. I instinctively backed up a step, but the next instant, he pulled me back forcefully and scooped me up. Rest at home, or keep making a scene here. Some people covered their mouths, some covered their eyes. Some couldn't hold back and squealed. I covered my face in shame. Stop it, this is so embarrassing. Put me down. His arms tightened around me. Did my wife say her legs were weak, so what's it gonna be? Here or at home? I squirmed in his arms and said shakily, home. Let's go home. He strode off, carrying me home. Wait, the basin, the clothes, the club are all still there. We'll buy new ones. I felt bad about the money and tucked his sleeve. Why the rush to get home? He looked down at me, a hint of color at the corners of his eyes. His adam was uppable. I have matters to discuss with my wife. A dangerous instinct suddenly kicked in. The courtyard gate slammed open with a bang, then slammed shut with another bang. Before we even made it inside, he pressed me hard against the door and kissed me fiercely. He kissed me until my head was spinning. What's gotten into him today? He's like a different person. Seeing that wolfish look in his eyes, I suddenly chickened out. I struggled, panting. I just recovered from a serious illness. Maybe I shouldn't. The witch doctor just said, your body can handle it now. I realized what he meant. My face turned bright red. He was the witch. He stared right at me. That looked like he wanted to devour me whole. Isn't this what our fear cares about most? I covered my face. He pried my fingers away one by one and kissed me again. Warm spring wind carrying the scent of pure blossoms swept over. Mountains in the distance, clear blue sky nearby. Spring was everywhere, but nothing compared to the allure of the small beauty mark beneath the man's eye. He coaxed softly, "Fear, do you like me?" I bit my lip, eyes glistening. No matter who I am. Like he buttoned permission, he dropped all pretense completely, ruthlessly tearing down every barrier. Hairpins scattered all over the floor, white goose was tossed aside. Into the branches a tray, the wind picks up, pulling apart the curtain hiding spring's beauty. A chubby little cat scampers over, clings to the man's legs, meowing for attention. The cat lover doesn't budge. He's breathing hard. Nanda, not now. Right now, I'm hers. My face flushes, I cover his mouth. Looks at me, smiles softly, the spring light shatters completely. It fills his once cold eyes. In that instant, my heart races. I can't tell if it's from the tender smile in his eyes or the crimson teardrop mole beneath them. Smoke rises from a distance, dawn turns to blazing sun. I nestle in his arms, drifting off. Like a fish, leaping from the glittering sea. Fragments flash through my afternoon dream. I want one like mother's. Mother smells so. Mother, help me. You can't possibly devour mother, can you? There's no other way, this is how it has to be. Incense smoke curls from the auspicious burner behind the beaded curtain man and woman. The man lazily lifts his cold eyes, looking toward me. The teardrop mole beneath his eye stings mine. His gaze locks on me, he slowly parts his lips. Mother. I jolt awake. Heart pounding, drenched in cold sweat. Lychee pulls me close, his afternoon voice is hoarse, especially languid. What's wrong? I wipe the sweat from my face, swallow hard. Had a nightmare. I listen to his deep, heavy heartbeat. We're not blood related, right? Lychee chuckles. Which kind do you mean? I blurt out, mother and son. The moment I ask, I wonder if I'm being stupid. Lychee goes silent. My face goes pale. I look at him. He slowly smiles. You're still half asleep, are you? I breathe a sigh of relief. Scared me to death. I actually dreamed you called me mother. He watches me, says nothing. I keep asking, what were we like before? He snaps back. Nothing special. Just a man and a woman who happened to meet in the palace and happened to fall in love. I glare at him with disdain. That boring. Not romantic at all. He ruffles my hair. Our fear being willing to love me is already something incredible. My heart gets hit hard. I suddenly want to know more memories of us. I keep pressing him to fill in the missing memories. Who fell in love first? He doesn't hesitate. Me. I can't help but smile. Then who made the first move? Always me. Why you? Instant. Pretty smooth. I feel a bit shy. So how did you get me to marry you? He shifts position, calm and composed, sweet talk and trickery. That's so sneaky. I want details. He stretches lazily, tired. No sweeping. He closes his eyes. I shake him. Hey, no sweeping. I'm not done asking. He opens his eyes reluctantly. Last question. When are you happiest being with me? His tone suddenly turns serious. This very moment. He scoops me up with one arm, walks to the window, pushes it open gently. Everywhere I look, clear blue skies. We can finally see the light of day. His gaze toward the sky burns bright. Were we hiding before? He tilts his head and smiles, the teardrop mode dancing. Because Fuda was a coward, she didn't dare break the rules with me. The old me was probably afraid of breaking palace rules. But it doesn't matter. He presses me against the window, whispers in my ear. Fuda just needs to stand still. I'll walk to you. Another pang in my heart, I can't help but ask, won't you get tired? The light in his eyes flickers with a fervent intensity. Never, as long as you're here. As he talks, he gets mischievous. His wolfish gaze makes my heart race. I bite my lip. Weren't you tired? His voice turns husky. Few can wake me up. White doves cross the clear sky. Chicks chatter in the yard. The little cat sneaks food in the kitchen. They all look at me with knowing eyes. Men with no self-control are truly scary. I'm reaping what I sowed. Erlang will carry you. I lift my leg, soft as cotton, and kick him hard. Don't you dare touch me with a single finger. All that gentleness, all that restraint, he faked it all. He's just a starving wolf. But my warning has zero effect on him. He ignores it completely, grabs my leg. How about an ankle bracelet? His touch sends tingles through me. My heart trembles. I instinctively try to pull back. He grips tighter, his burning gaze locking on me. He stopped me completely under his control. I bite my lip. My voice shakes. Why wear that? When it moves, it looks good, sounds nice too. I bite my finger. As long as he doesn't exhaust me, most of his requests, I try my best to fulfill. Who wouldn't spoil their own man? My cheeks flush bright red, but our village doesn't sell those. Erlang will bring you one this trip. I freeze. A trip. Another trip. To support the family, Lychee often travels far and wide for business, gone for months at a time. Disappointment floods my heart. He quickly senses my mood. What's wrong? Can't bear to let me go. My nose tingles. We have enough money. Don't do business trips anymore, okay? Last one. His languid voice drifts past my ear, low and deep. If this trip works out, our Fuda will be the richest lady in the world. What kind of murderous scheme are you running? One trip can make that much money. He laughs, teasing me, pretty much. Always messing with me. I turn my head away from him. He turns my face back, kisses me lightly, then deeply. This trip will take a while. Stay home and behave. Don't leave the village on your own, not a single step outside. If anything happens, go straight to Qingchuan next door. Qingchuan is a servant Lychee bought. I know. Every time he leaves, he repeats this over and over. I really wonder if he's some kind of outlaw who made a lot of enemies and is terrified someone will come seeking revenge. Outsiders have no idea how to get in, only villagers do. Lychee left. Auntie Lee from the alley came to visit. We chatted in the inner room. The embroidery you asked me to sell last time was a hit, even sold in the capital. My son Ergu said someone important asked through the fabric shop if you could embroider a pouch. She stuffed a bag of money in my hands. This is the deposit. Yuan. I opened it. Gleaming gold. I don't hesitate. In. I'll embroider 100 if he wants. Same rule. Qingchuan can't know. If Qingchuan knows, Lychee is jealous as hell. If he found out I'm selling embroidery to other people, the consequences would be terrible. Every time, I wait until he's away to quickly embroider a batch. I secretly have Auntie Lee's son help me sell them to supplement our income. I want to save up money fast, so my man can stay with me in Peach Blossom Village without traveling all year. I weigh the heavy gold. I wonder what sucker is throwing money around like this. Does that person have any requests? Said to embroider the character Zhang with a hibiscus flower pattern. For some reason, my temples suddenly throb. A sharp pain strikes, my face goes pale, cold sweat pours out. Sister, what's wrong? Nothing, just I don't know why it feels like I've embroidered something like this before. I press my temples, recover. Maybe I ran into a sucker like this before. But this person's spending so much money just for a pouch. Isn't it a scam? Ergu asked around. The guy said your stitching is like his late wife's. Objects remind him of her. That's why he's willing to pay for the memory. Poor guy, I'll pull a few late nights and finish it fast, earn some good karma. Soon I finished the pouch and gave it to Auntie Li. A few days later, I got an even heavier bag of gold. The gentleman was very pleased. He originally wanted to thank you in person. But Peach Blossom Village has rules against outsiders. Ergu declined. Good, please don't expose me. If Erlan finds out, he'll give me the cold shoulder again. Auntie Lai touts, you're really under your husband's thumb. This is called doting on my husband, okay? Not long after, Ergu brought home a wife named Lu Dai. Pretty thing, good with people, calls me sister constantly. She teaches me to teach her embroidery so she can earn money. I've got time anyway, so I taught her. She returned the favor, bought me some pastries, by chance. She made my favorite peach crisps, one whiff, the sweet aroma hits, I'm craving it. I just picked up a peach crisp to pop in my mouth when Qingxuan, perched on the wall keeping watch, saw me and threw a rock to stop me. Madam, the young master said you can't eat food from other people's homes. Qingxuan, who does the young master listen to? To Madam. Then you listen to the young master listens to me, shouldn't you listen to me? Qing scratches his head. Besides, you're right here, aren't you? I'm under your nose. Can anything happen? Qingchen nods. Can't. If she poisons it, I'll kill her. So can I eat now? Qingchuan jumps down from the wall, pokes it with a silver needle, checks it. Madam, please eat. Am I some precious empress? Need poison testing just to eat something? Just like that, I ate under Qingchuan's watch for 10 days or so. Nothing happened. I got addicted. Every afternoon. It's like cravings were hooked in me, but this afternoon I looked around. By nightfall, Lu Dai still hadn't come. I'm itching all over, missing her. She still didn't come. Miss her. Couldn't sit still. I dodged Qingxuan and went to her place myself. That hour, haven't you come by these past few days? Oh, Ergu went out on business again. Busy at home, haven't had time to visit you, sister. As we're talking, I spot a plate of peach crisps on the table. I swallow instinctively. Lu Dai seems to read my mind. She pushes the crisps toward me. Come on, sister, eat some. I say politely, oh, I ate already. Keep them for yourself. I can't finish them alone. My mother-in-law doesn't like sweets. Just help me out, sister. Who can refuse a pretty girl? I reluctantly agree. Well then, don't mind if I do. So I chatted with Lu Dai. While eating peach crisps, as we talked, drowsiness hit me. I shake my head. Sister, what's wrong? I rub my eyes, hold the table to stand up. Really sleepy, I'll head home to rest. The moment I stand, my legs go weak. What's happening? Why am I so dizzy? My vision blurs. Lu Dai seems to split into two shadows. She grabs my wrist, smiles at me. Sister should go home. Back to where you belong. Lu Dai. An ominous feeling suddenly surges up. I try to shake her off, but I can't muster any strength. Sister, the master has been waiting for you a long time. Please go. Like a curse, a nameless terror grips my throat. Something dangerous is about to happen. I'm pushed onto a carriage. Jolting along, a chill creeps in. I've left Peach Blossom Village. Peach Blossom Village is spring all year round, but outside the village, there's a spring chill. I shiver involuntarily. I don't know how long passes. The carriage stops in a desolate peach blossom grove. Lu Dai seems to be talking to someone. That person's voice is extremely low. My consciousness trembles violently. That deep voice is like a sharp dagger piercing through the thick curtain, cutting into my skin, making me cold, making me shudder. A thought jumps out. I know who's here. Just then, a slender, pale hand lifts the carriage curtain. The man's eyes are cold as ice, like snow that never melts. His sinister gaze is like a huge net, trapping me. Jie Yongfu, finally found you. The pouch at his waist sways slightly, brand new, the character Zhang, hibiscus pattern. That gentleman. In a flash, something clicks. A conspiracy. This is a conspiracy. My palms go cold. Who are you exactly? What do you want? He shakes his head, laughs coldly. Really don't remember. Like a tide, shattered memories suddenly surge up, chaotic, fragmented. I tried to capture it. But the moment I touched it, something terrifying followed close behind. Biting into my fragile nerves, a piercing pain. The pain made me bend over, lifting my arm to rub my throbbing temples. The instant my sleeve fell, someone grabbed my wrist. He stared at the pale skin of my elbow, his gaze dark and chilling. He touched you. I struggled to break free. Let go of me. Don't touch me. He looked at me, paused for a moment, then in the next instant, pulled hard. I fell against him, and he kissed me fiercely. Not touch you. You're mine, trained by my own hand. No one has more right to touch you than I do. Bastard, my man will kill you. He laughed coldly. You're a man. Fine. You don't remember. Let me tell you, your so-called man is the crown prince of the Eastern Palace. Your adopted son. In public, he has to call you mother consort. Like a tidal wave crashing over me. I was pulled into a whirlpool, unable to breathe. What are you talking about? I'm a palace singer, he's a musician. Crown prince, mother consort, are you out of your mind? How is that possible? This man is lying. How could my man be my adopted son? Yoda, that's forbidden. Impossible. Lychee wouldn't lie to me. But why? Fragments suddenly attacked me at that moment. Mother consort. Mother consort, wait for me to come back. Like being trapped in the dark depths of the sea, my whole body went cold. No, that's not it. Those were just dreams I had. Nightmares from that afternoon, they're not real. The man sneered and pulled back the curtain behind him. In the distance, flames shot into the sky, shouts filled the air, two armies locked in battle. Can the musician command General Qingchuan in the Eastern Palace's private army? To hide his mistress, my dear nephew went to great lengths. Too bad, he can't protect himself now. The blood in my body ran ice cold. The man pulled my weakened body into his arms. Zhe Yingfu, you're mine in the end. Zhang Yan found someone to treat my amnesia. Thin silver needles pierced densely into my veins, threading through my meridians, stitching together my shattered memories. Like being caught in an unprecedented disaster, I stared at the bed canopy, never felt so hopeless. The word forbidden nailed me completely to the pillar of shame. Get up and drink your medicine. Yi Yan sat on the edge of the bed holding the medicine, his gaze dark and menacing as he looked at me. Don't pretend to care. You're the one who pushed me onto this path of no return, Zhang Yuyan. Not drinking. Get lost. Fine, then we'll do it my way. He took a mouthful, grabbed the back of my head forcefully, and fed it to me. The bitter medicine choked my throat, I gagged and threw up all over him. Zhang Yuyan's face instantly darkened like storm cloud. What, still keeping yourself pure for him? He struck right at my wound. I didn't want to give him the satisfaction. Zhang Yuyan, then what's your point? Why are you clinging to me? That's tight, his cold eyes staring at me with a complex expression. I mocked him. Don't tell me you suddenly realized you're in love with me. So what if I am? I thought I heard wrong, but Zhang Yuyan continued without changing expression. Zhi Yinfu, 2 years ago I wanted to take you back to Huazhou and marry you. It's not too late now. What a joke. An absolute joke. I couldn't help but laugh. You love me. Loving me means pushing me into the hands of a rapist to be violated. Zhang Yayan's face turned ashen. Yang Ning Zhao's timid, couldn't handle the situation. You're different from her. You're calm and brave. You work well with me. If not for the accident. I laughed bitterly. Zhang Yuyan, you said it was foolproof, but because of Ning Zhao's Hao, you made mistake after mistake. I had to bear the consequences of your failures. I'm very brave. Did I have a choice not to be, except for myself? Who could protect me? You forced me into this, Zhang Yuyan. I'm a person. I get scared too. You considered every possible danger for Ning Zhao's Hao. Never thought once about me. Did you ever think about what those rapists would do to me? Zhang Yan's face went from ashen to white. The situation was urgent. I didn't think that far. See, Zhang Yuyan, that's you, your gut reaction. Deep down you never thought a woman like me from the brothel deserved equal respect or care. Zhang Yuan, I Zhi Yingfu, may be lowborn, but that doesn't mean I have to accept your pathetic, inferior, revolting excuse for love. Zhang Yuyan's face was stormy, his right hand clenched into a fist, veins bulging and pulsing. How can I make it up to you to move past this? Why does he think he has the right to be so self-righteous? I stared at him coldly and sneered. Move past this. You and I can never move past this. Or did you forget you also shot me dead? He frowned. Ji Yongfu, what nonsense are you talking about? My eyes reddened. Southeast direction, in the bushes, I held up a red silk scarf right there. Calling to you for help, and what happened? You personally ordered me shot, this unlucky wretch. Zhang Yan need more details to confirm it. Zheng Yan's hand holding the medicine trembled, and with a crash, it shattered on the ground, dark liquid spilling everywhere. Red silk scarf, but it was in the northwest direction. His voice went hoarse. I sneered. Don't you remember? I lost the scarf once. It was sunset. Deep crimson rays pouring boldly through the window. The room awash in blood red, but the man before me drained of all color, pale as paper. Did Zhang Yuan feel guilty? Maybe, but it was very brief. The next day he acted like nothing happened and had a tailor come measure me for a wedding dress. Zhang Yuyan, you're so deluded you want to marry a woman who despises you. Why not? It's come to this. I don't need you to love me. We'll marry. You'll still be my woman, bear my children, grow old with me, share the same grave. Utterly shameless. Truly, anyone betting on Jiang Yuyan having a conscience would go completely broke. In your dreams, what makes you think I'd marry a murderer like you? Would you rather watch him die? He easily struck my weak spot. I know it's wrong. The boy I raised spun a massive lie, orchestrated a catastrophic scandal. And without a doubt, as his elder, I should end this disaster, cut him off completely. But after 7 years together, I can't just abandon him. I took a deep breath. What happened to him? The emperor is dying. The empress struck first and rebelled. They ambushed him on his way back to the palace. When I got there he was badly wounded, still unconscious. How could he not have guards? That's when Yang Yun sneered. My dear nephew got blind with desire to hide you every time he went to Peach Blossom Village. He brought very few guards to avoid attention. This time was even worse, he left his private army behind to protect you. A feeling of dread I couldn't suppress anymore surged through my body. He's been gone over a month without a single letter. Something must have happened. I suppressed my anxiety and asked Yang Yuan coldly, so what's the situation in the palace now? The empress has confined the empress dowager. Once he dies, she can have Prince Jianforge in a dick and take a throat. You're his uncle. You're in this together. You wouldn't be stupid enough to hand him over. Zhang Yuan sneered. Not necessarily, he's not the only prince. There's Prince Jin. What do you mean? I hand him over, let the Empress kill him, then execute the Empress and Prince Jin for treason. After that, just pick some knave little prince and put him on the throne. Isn't that perfect? Cold sweat broke out on my forehead. You're his uncle, why? That boy won't settle for being a puppet emperor. If he takes the throne, the first person he'll deal with is me. Zhang Yuyan's face darkened. Besides, he took you. How could I let him live? Zhang Yaoyan, you're absolutely insane. So what? Jie Yingfu, you want to save him? Marry me, live a good life with me, and I'll spare his life. Ha, would you really give up your plans for me? Zhang Yuan smiled. No, but as long as the crown prince of the Eastern Palace dies in name only, I can still deal with the Empress. Whether he really dies or not, that depends on you, Ji Yunfu. A cold feeling crept up from the back of my neck. I need to see him. How do I know you're not lying? Fine, but you can only look at him from a distance. You can't expect me, your fiancé, to be generous enough to watch you cling to another man. My nails dug into my palms. Fine, just let me see him. Lychee was being held in the pagoda of Geshe Temple. Through the window, I saw Lychee sleeping. His body wrapped in white dead bandages, pale and weak. My heart ached. I leaned in to get a better look at him. An arm tightened around my waist. Zhang Yuan embraced me from behind. If you keep looking, I don't mind getting intimate with you right in front of him. My hands and feet went ice cold. The person on the bed moved slightly, as if about to wake up. My breath caught. I quickly closed the window, grabbed his hand, body trembling. I'll go with you. Plan to make a big spectacle of this wedding. He even took me to meet old Madame Zhang. Old Madame Zhang recognized me. In her fury, she threw her cane at me. This is the wife you picked so carefully. Zhang Yan pulled me into his arms, turned around, and used his back as a shield. I heard him grunt softly. The impact wasn't light. Mother, your son has chosen her. If mother doesn't want the Zhang family line to end, agree to our marriage. Old Madame Zhang trembled with rage. I'd rather the Jiang family line end than have a brothel girl disgrace the Jiang family name. Zhang Yuyan shouted. Mother! You can fool others, but not me. You think your mother is senile? What distant cousin? I know all our relatives. Back then you were possessed, wanted to hide her away. I went to great lengths, pushed her to perform before His Majesty, finally got her sent to the palace, ended that disaster, and now you. Old Madame Jing had a coughing fit. If you insist on marrying this curse, mother will die right in front of you. Old Madame was adamantly opposed, but Zhang Yang was unmoved. If mother really wants to do that, then your son will trade his life for yours to repay your kindness. Old Madame Zhang fainted from anger. It was complete chaos. In the end, mother and son compromised. Zhang Yuan would marry me as a concubine. That night, Zhang Yian, his back bruised from being hit, forced me to apply medicine on him. He lay on his stomach, his back to me, his tone icy. Why didn't you say a word today? Don't you know? My position is the same as old Madame Zhang's. I don't agree to this marriage either. My wrist was suddenly grabbed. Zhang Yan yanked me down. The medicine jar crashed to the floor. His eyes turned cold and he started taking liberties. My heart raced. I quickly grabbed his hand. Zhang Yan, I'm willing to live a good life with you, but you need to learn to respect me. His movements paused. He lifted those cold eyes and stared at me. What do you mean? The wedding is just days away. Why can't you wait until then? It would be proper. Proper. He pondered for a moment. Ji Yungsu, you better not be lying to me. He looked at me intently, enunciating each word. I'll destroy you. With the wedding approaching, Zhang Yuyan kept me under close watch. I couldn't think of any way to escape with Lychee from Daozao Temple. Just then, Ning Zhaocao came home to visit her family. When she saw me, her face changed drastically, like she'd seen a ghost. How could you? I looked at her, smiled slightly, nestled into Zhang Yan's arms, and said sweetly, who's this? I never told Jiang Yuyan about Ning Zhaocao hiring someone to kill me. Without proof, he wouldn't believe me. Besides, right now, I still need Ning Zhaoshao. Zhen Yan made a show of introducing her. This is Ning Zhaoshao, my mentor's daughter. She's like a sister to me. Cao, this is Ji Yunrong, Ji Yunfu's twin sister. You can call her sister too. Zhang Yuan was marrying me, so naturally he made up another identity. Who is Ji Qiuyan? She never thought that one Jie would die, and another would appear. Right now, her face was completely drained of color. Cao, Ji and I are getting married. You came back just in time. Ning Zhaocao staggered a bit. I asked with a smile, what's wrong? Why do you look so pale? Don't you approve of this marriage? Zhang Yan's tone grew cold. Zhaocao. Ning Zhaocao took a breath and quickly composed herself. Of course I'm happy for Yuyan. How old are you, Ning? Have you found a husband yet? She looked at me warily, pursing her lips without speaking. Yuyan answered for me. Zhao Jiao is 20 years old and hasn't been betrothed yet. I pretended to laugh coquettishly. What kind of brother are you? You still haven't found Ning a husband. People might think you're raising a wife for yourself. Yuyan's face turned cold. What are you talking about? I broke free from Zhang Yayan's embrace and smoothed out the folds of my dress. Pretending to leave, I said, then consider it nonsense. I won't keep you two from catching up. Zhang Yuan pulled me back into his arms, even angrier. Who spoiled you like this? I secretly watched Ning Zhaocao. Her face went pale. Perfect. I deliberately flirted with him. Who told you to yell at me? I clung to him sweetly. Why haven't you found Ning a husband? Zhang Yuyan looked exasperated, but he clearly enjoyed it. Fine, you're more worried than you need to be. I stared straight at him. Yuyan, your lips look so dry, want me to moisten them? Yuyan's breathing got a little ragged as he pressed me closer. I glanced at Ning Zhaoshao, there's someone here. Zhang Yuan cleared his throat and looked at Ning Zhaoshao, his breathing unsteady. Zhaoshao, if there's nothing else, you should head back. Ning Zhaoshao, completely ignored, turned deathly pale, and left in a daze. I secretly breathed a sigh of relief. If I push Ning Zhaoshao too far, she'll go to extreme. With the wedding coming up, she won't just watch me marry Zhang Yuyan. She'll either come after me or go after Zhang Yuyan. I won't give her a chance to strike at me, so she'll have to target Zheng Yayan. I need to create an opportunity for her. When she makes her move on Zheng Yuan, I'll escape with lychee. This place has to be the Dazao temple. What are you thinking about? Zhang Yuan pinched my chin. I quickly pushed him away. Zhang Yuan, respect, you know what that is. He looked at me, narrowing his eyes. Ji Yingfu, you started it just now. I poured him a cup of tea and obediently held it to his lips. Sir, your lips are dry. Drink some water. Cool down. On the third night before the wedding, I screamed in the middle of the night. Zhang Yuan heard it and rushed over, pushing open the door. I was holding scissors to my neck. I'd already drawn blood. His face went white as he snatched them away. Ji Yingfu, are you crazy? I laughed wildly. This wretched woman killed both of us brothers. Today we'll make her pay with her life. I tried to grab the scissors from Jian Yian's hand. When I couldn't, I ran at the wall and hit it hard. Blood poured down my forehead. Today she must die. Zhang Yuan, terrified, held me tight in his arms. Who are you? My voice was shrill and strange. We're the two wrong souls she murdered in that cave. Wrongs have their source and death's their owner. Today we brothers just want her life. Don't interfere. Get out. I struggled wildly against him, then bit my own tongue. Zhang Yuan grabbed my jaw to stop me from biting my tongue. He ordered his servants, tie her up. I cried and screamed, then passed out. Near dawn, I looked at Zhang Yuyan holding me tightly. My voice was weary. Zhang Yuyan, why are you in my room? Zhang Yuan's face was covered in cold sweat. He stared at me. You don't remember anything. What are you talking about? Why are you in my room? I looked down at myself. My hands and feet were bound. Let me go. Is this how you treat your fiancé? Zhang Yuan sighed with lingering fear. Jia Yinfu. Today I'm taking you to Dazao Temple to get a safety amulet. Dazao Temple is the capital's most famous temple. The abbot there is also acquainted with Zhang Yuan. If I'm haunted by vengeful spirits, he'll definitely take me to Dazao Temple. Everything's going according to plan. Ning Zhaoshao won't miss any chance to get close to Zhang Yuan. She came with us. Dark clouds hung low on this overcast day, stirring an inexplicable fear. I leaned against the carriage wall, anxious, wondering if this would work. If it doesn't work and things are exposed, what will Zhang Yuyan do to me? Zhang Yuyan has never been merciful. These days, he's been unusually indulgent with me, because I haven't crossed his line. Lan Ru patted my hand and comforted me. Your Majesty, we do what we can and leave the rest to fate. A few days ago, I sweet-talked Zhang Yuyan into getting Lan Ru out of the palace to keep me company. Ru and I share a deep bond. He knows that and won't be suspicious. What I couldn't do, she did for me. I took a deep breath and squeezed her hand. Lan Ru, if we fail, I'll do everything I can to protect you. Lan Ru snorted. I just hope your Majesty won't leave Lan Ru behind like last time. I didn't want to drag you down. Lan Ru scoffed. Your Majesty underestimates me. Life or death, Lan Ru will follow your Majesty. I tapped her nose and smiled. All right, I agree. The abbot came to greet us. We spent the day chanting sutras and finished with evening prayers. The wind picked up, leaning on the railing and looking out. There was a bleak feeling, like a storm was coming. The cold snap felt oppressive. It was probably the last snow of the northern spring. I returned to the meditation room, burned incense, changed clothes, styled my hair, and put on makeup. In the mirror, the woman looked languid, cloud-like hair, snow, white skin, red lips, sparkling eyes, utterly seductive. That should do it. I knocked on Zhang Yuyan's door with a small wine jug, tilting my head and smiling at him. Zhang Yan, the evening sky looks like snow. Care for a drink? The gold ornament swayed gently, sparking amazement in Zhang Yuyan's cold eyes. He gazed at me, his throat moving. Come in. Wine and lust should be forbidden in a temple, but he broke that rule for me. I poured cup after cup for him until he was tipsy. His hand moved from the green porcelain cup upward, grasping my slender fingers. His eyes were hazy with drink. Ji Yinfu, you're tempting me again. With one pull, I was sitting on his lap. I smiled sweetly. Enticing him, I said, finish it and I'll see it through. Actually, Zhang Yuyan can't hold his liquor, but he couldn't resist my soft murmurs. Stubborn, he drained the jug. He wiped the rouge from my lips, frowning. Isn't it better clean? I shook my head and moved his hand away. But Yingfu came from a filthy place. She has nothing to do with cleanliness. He seemed about to say something, but the drug kicked in. He rubbed his temples, trying to ease it. I yanked the token from his waist and stood up. Moving away from him, I said, Jiang Yuan, I'll get you a clean one. He tried to grab me, but he had no strength left. I used the same drug he used to lure me out of Peach Blossom Village. Jie Yunfu, what exactly are you trying to do? His eyes turned red, his voice hoarse. I want to help lovers unite. I opened the door. Ning Zhaoshao was hiding like a sewer rat in the shadows behind the pillar. I looked in her direction. Ning Zhaoshao, this is your last chance. I tossed a packet of strong aphrodisiac to the base of the pillar. Use this. Jiang Yuan will do anything to make you his woman. Your choice. Once she touches Jiang Yuan, he won't let her go. respect for her father's kindness, but he definitely won't keep her around. Without the Zhang family's protection, Ning Zhaoshuo's life won't be easy. Rather than killing her outright, isn't it better to have the man she loves most destroy her whole with his own hands? I gave her a choice. But for someone obsessed with love, there's really only one option. I handed the waste token to the insider I bought in advance, telling them to pose as Zhang Yuyan's men. Under the pretext of transferring a prisoner they'd rescue Li Cha, Lan Ruo and I waited in the carriage for the snow began to fall. The ground was covered in a layer of white, but no one came out. Anxiety grew in my heart. I pulled my coat tighter. Lan Ruo, wait here. I'll go check. The Lan Ruo refused. She held me back. Your Majesty, rest a bit. I'm much quicker than you. I'll go look. If something's wrong, I'll run. Time passed quietly in the falling snow. Even the plum tree nearby was dusted with snow, but still no one returned. Unknown terror whipped through me, seeping cold into my bones. My lower abdomen ached from the tension. I couldn't wait any longer. I clutched my abdomen and struggled toward the pagoda where Lychee was imprisoned. There were no guards at the base of the tower. Lan Ruo's pomegranate hairpin lay in the white snow like blood, shockingly vivid. A terrible feeling gripped my heart. From the messy footprints, it looked like she'd been dragged away. The tracks led all the way to the tower entrance. The Platonix spoke. The pagoda stood in the vast snow like a deity overlooking mortals, but now the deity was too far away. It couldn't save anyone. Hidden inside the pagoda was a demon from hell, and I had to offer myself willingly. The pagoda had 7 levels. It felt like walking through a nightmare I couldn't wake from. Every step was terrifying. Finally, I climbed the last step and entered the 7th level. Piercing light suddenly stabbed into my eyes. A figure stood with his hands behind his back in front of the colored glass window. Radiated a murder sword that warned people to stay away. To his left, a row of guards held blades to the necks of 3 insiders. Lan Ruo was held at another open glass window, half her body already hanging in the air. It was horrifying. If the person holding her let go, she'd fall from the 7th floor and be smashed to pieces. My heart jumped into my throat. Heavy snow drifted in, making everyone shiver with cold. I quickly realized I'd crossed Zhang Yian's line. I'd completely enraged him. He was getting revenge. I immediately dropped to my knees. Zhang Yuan, I was wrong. Let them go. The person with his back to me said nothing. A sinister atmosphere spread. I crawled forward on my knees and hugged his leg, my voice shaking. Yi Zhang, Yian, what will it take for you to let them go? Let go. No, I won't, Zhang Youyan. He laughed coldly, his voice hoarse. You won't listen. I can't bring myself to kill you, so what should I do? Someone has to pay for your mistakes. He casually tapped the windowsill with his finger. In an instant, a cold blade severed bone and flesh. A head with staring eyes rolled to the floor. My nails dug into my palms. It was unbearable. But aside from trembling, I seemed unable to do anything. I didn't dare say another word, afraid of provoking him further. But he turned around, crouched down, gripped my jaw tightly, and looked directly into my eyes. Jian Fu, you gave me to another woman. How dare you? His robe hung loose, revealing the fresh red marks on his neck. My jaw ached from his grip. I bit my lip, tears filling my eyes. Not talking. Nothing to say. He shook his head and gestured to the guards on the left. I clung to his arm like a dog, begging desperately. Zhang Yuyan, please, don't do this. Can we just talk? I was wrong. I apologize. I'll make it up to you. Tell me how. Just tell me. His gaze was terrified. Jian Fu, aren't you good at reading people's hearts? Read mine. Figure out what I want. How do you deal with a crazy Zhang Yuyan? In the split second I hesitated. Too slow. He shook off my hand. He made a slashing motion across my neck. The last insider crashed to the ground. Only Lan Ruo is left, he reminded me slowly. The blood in my body froze instantly. I clutched his hand desperately. I'll give myself to you, Zhang Yuyan. Right now. He sneered coldly. Fine, then strip. In front of everyone. Guy shook her head desperately at me with tears in her eyes. Good, such loyalty, he sneered. His hand seemed about to break free from mine. Try being slower. I pressed his hand down with all my strength. Zhang Yuan, I'll do it. I viciously tore off the silk undergarments hidden beneath my cloak. Countless greedy eyes. Only the cloak remained. Once this piece falls, nothing would be left to cover. I closed my eyes, tears fall. Zhang Yian, in your heart, I'll always be that cheap brothel whore. My hand stops at the ties of the cloak. I tongue gently. The scene flashes before my eyes. Zhang Yuan buying me at the brothel. My first night, I danced on the high stage. Some sick rich guy threw gold at me. Strip, he said. Take off one piece, 100 tael. I stood under the bright lights, stopped dancing, looked around dazed. Countless eyes, hungry with lust. The madam urged from below the stage. Ji Yingfu, strip, you hear me? Their stares cut like knives, slicing me to pieces. My hands trembled as I undid the first button. But just then, someone tossed down 10,000 cows in silver notes from the back. She's mine, don't strip. And the guy who told me not to strip back then, right now, he's ordering me to strip. Salvation and destruction. Zhang Yuan played both roles in my life. Book slides off. It feels like countless eyes are violating me. I'm shaking. Despair grabs me by the throat. Ji Yunfu, no matter how long it's been since leaving the body, is still just a plaything for men. Suddenly, I'm pulled into a man's cold cloak. Maybe Zhang Yuan's conscience made a brief comeback. If you don't want to die, turn around and get out, all of you. Footsteps scatter in panic, the wooden ladder shakes. The light in the tower dims. Just me and Zhang Yuan now. I smell a woman's perfume on him. Fear spreads through me. He yanks off his clothes, tearing away his righteous faka. Soon the marks all over his body are on full display. His eyes look terrifying, bloodshot. Thanks to you, pretty filthy, right? Burning rage can consume people. I back away in fear. He roughly grabs my leg. Why wrong? We're both dirty now. Perfect match, right? I shake my head, choking up. Zhang Yang. Let me go this time. We're getting married. Respect me one last time. We still have a chance. He laughs. Respect. When I was willing to give it to you, you didn't treasure it. Now, it's too late. If you do this today, I'll never forgive you. Doesn't matter. His attitude is firm. I just need you to be mine. That's enough. The colored glass window is shattered by the light. The bells under the eaves wail mournfully in the heavy snow. I bite my lip till it bleeds pain from my abdomen. Zhang Yuan, it hurts. Let me go. Everything goes dark. Something warm seems to be sliding down my thighs. Through blurry vision, Zhang Yuan's face turns pale. Zhi Yingfu, what trick are you pulling now? The world spins, shatters, collapses. His voice grows panicked. I won't touch you, okay? Just don't. The last bit of light goes completely dark. Even the worst experiences pass eventually. I'm still alive. When I wake up, Zhang Yuan is tracing a dagger lightly over my belly. My breath catches. I hear his voice, terrifyingly calm. You're pregnant. Fate makes my world collapse every so often. I stare at the dagger in Zhang Yuan's hand, my heart in my throat. What are you going to do? He looks at me. What about you? What do you want to do about it? I know I should get rid of the baby. Pretend nothing happened. But pathetically, I can't let it go. It's a little life. I created it. Created it with passionate love. In the bright spring light, among the pure blossoms in the courtyard, it's about love and romance. It belongs to me. With it, I won't be alone in this world anymore. There'll be a new life, sharing my blood. I don't want it to die silently. It's sinful, selfish, but I want to be selfish just this once. I'm exhausted. I close my eyes, surrender. If you're going to kill it, kill me too. What if I accept it? I slowly open my eyes. What do you mean? Zhang Yuan's voice is cold. Zhi Yingfu, I threw you to that rapist back then. You pushed me to Ning Zhao's house at the temple. Let's call it even. I still want to marry you. And your bastard needs a legitimate father. Looks like he's calmed down. Not crazy anymore. It doesn't need the fact. Zhang Yuan toys with the dagger. What about Lan Rou? You don't care about her anymore. I smile weakly. See Zhang Yang. You're still forcing me. Why bother pretending to be so devoted? Zhang Yan drops the act too. Either marry me quietly, or watch Lan Rou die. I want to know where I went wrong. Because the person locked in the tower wasn't Lychee at all. He wore a mask, without getting close. You couldn't tell. The moment you used my token to move the hostage, everything was exposed. You're despicable. Zhang Yuan's unfazed. I just hoped you wouldn't make trouble, that you'd be my bride quietly. If I'd known Lan Rou had the same hold on you, I wouldn't have gone through all that trouble. Where is he? Zhang Yuan shakes his head. Don't know. He vanished. What about Ning Zhao's house? What did you do with her? Zhang Yuan narrows his eyes. What grudge do you have against her? The rapist thing back then, she hired him. When I begged for help, she's the one who told you to shoot me. Since she tried to hurt me, she shouldn't expect me to show her mercy. Zhang Yuan's face shifts. Why didn't you tell me before? I look at him. Zhang Yuan, I gave up on you a long time ago. I don't expect you to stand up for me. So, what are you going to do with her? Zhang Yuan looks away. Won't look at me. Maybe he doesn't dare. Her father saved my life. I owe her. I can't kill her. I can only throw her out of the manor. Once she leaves, life won't be easy for her. About what I expected, I feel nothing. I'm tired. You can go. Zhang Yuan stands, walks to the door, his back to me. His voice drops low. That day at the temple, I lost my mind. It won't happen again. After we're married, I'll learn to put you first. I laugh coldly. Doesn't matter, Zhang Yuan. You don't need to use soft tactics anymore. For Lan Rou, I'll marry you. But we both know we'll never be a loving couple. The bride in the mirror has delicate features, deep red rouge on the snow, white face, trying to fake happiness. The man behind me leans in. Zhi Yingfu, it's your wedding day. Smile. But my lips won't move even a bit. He warns coldly. Forget again, Lan Rou's life. The little thing's life, both depend on you. I force my mouth into a smile. This good enough. The woman in the mirror looks happy even with a fake smile. Good, keep smiling like that. The hour arrives, firecrackers explode. Someone leads me to the wedding hall. Red candles blaze, the wedding attendants sing. Bow to the eldest. Old Madame Zhang's face shows no joy. Bow to heaven and earth. Falls turning everything a miserable white, no happiness here. Husband and wife. In a flash, the last two words caught in the attendant's throat are stolen by a flying arrow. Bang, the door crashes down. An unstoppable storm sweeps in. A fierce army quickly surrounds the festive manor. The leader emerges from the night. Ruthless eyes look over through the wind and snow. His gaze lands on my face like fire. For Kangxian. The man's low, cold voice carries an emperor's natural authority, making people submit. I'm dazed. Zhang Yuan sneers in my ear. Try it. My heart drops, Lan Ruo, the baby, and everyone's eyes in the hall. I look toward the man in the wind and snow. Light and shadow carve out his hard features, fierce eyes. He's covered in killing intent, his brow, left cheek. The hand gripping the crossbow, all have savage bloody cuts. He came straight from a battle. He's different now. Under his cloak, he wears dark robes. Gold-threaded dragon patterns coil across his broad shoulders, cold eyes looking down on all. No doubt, he won that battle. He's now the emperor with a bright future. If I take one step toward him, as Fuhrer, this emperor, he'll be cursed with me in the history books forever. I finally snap out of it. You've got the wrong person. Snowlight flickers. His features are split by light and shadow. Could I mistake my own woman? Ruan gasps. My face goes pale. He dares defy all convention. Zhang Yuan's face darkens. She's my wife, not your woman. Lychee's face hardens. He raises his crossbow, adjusts the aim. His eyes narrow, targeting Zhang Yuan's throat. Uncle, you can eat the wrong food, but you can't claim the wrong wife. Otherwise, he smirks. People die. Zhang Yuan's face shifts, but he's confident. Why don't you ask her? See if she's my nephew's wife or your aunt. Lychee looks at me, eyes turning dark like that spring afternoon, intimate. Coaxes, softly. We're in love, right, Fuhrer? In love. Can love alone level mountains and seas? In love. A young emperor might not know the difference between attachment and love. I just happened to show up during his lonely, helpless youth. He naturally thought I was his whole world. In love. Maybe he fell for a stunning beauty. I'll age before he does. Will he still love me when I'm old? He stands so close, but mountains stand between us. I'm sorry, I don't know you. I'm the elder, I should end this mistake. A sinister air creeps up his handsome face. His jaw tightens, he looks at me with unfamiliar eyes. You hear that? She doesn't know you. After a long silence, he just sinks into the darkness. His eyes flash with terrifying coldness. But quickly, he smirks like nothing happened, pulls the trigger. Then the nephew will just have to take his aunt by force. Zheng Yan laughs coldly. You're not afraid of being condemned. Afraid? The ones who condemn me should be afraid. A total tyrant blinded by lust. If uncle won't let go, don't blame your nephew for being ruthless. The tense, dangerous atmosphere snaps me awake. Lan Ru's still in Yang Yuan's hands. If something happens to him, 为我来翻Lan Ru. I call out to stop Lychee. Chi, you can't hurt him. He narrows his eyes, looks at me in disbelief. You're pleading for him. You're pleading for him. He laughs mockingly. Then I really have to kill him. My breath catch. His crossbow is ready to fire. At this critical moment, an elderly voice breaks the deadlock. Then kill grandma first. It's old Madame Zhang. She shakily stands from her chair, leaning on her cane, walking slowly. She approaches and confronts Lychee. You want to shoot your own uncle? Grandma, Lychee lazily lifts his eyes, totally defiant. Stay out of this. Old Madame Zhang stands in front of Zhang Yuan, blocking Lychee's crossbow. You want to kill him? Fine, step over grandma's dead body. Grandma, you know I won't. Grandpa's done. Put it all away. Lychee obediently replies, then let me take her. Old Madame Zhang turns, looks at me, voice furious, nearly breaking. Go with him. Zhang Yuan grips my wrist tight. Mother, I won't let her go. Yan, you've already lost. Why keep forcing it? Zhang Yuan's face is cold and dark. He looks at me. You already agreed to be my wife, didn't you? He adds, you take one step out, Lan Ru dies. For Lan Ru, I will. Old Madame Zhang cuts me off coldly. I already released Lan Ru. Zhang Yuan's furious. Mother, go ahead and tell your mother that. I quickly catch on, since Lan Ru say, I don't need to play along with Zhang Yuan anymore. I quickly break free of his grip, yanking the pouch from his waist. Zhang Yuan, this is where we end. Jiyingfu. Zhang Yuan's face turned pale as autumn leaves, withering fast. He tried to stop them, but the old lady raised. She blocked him. I walked toward Lychee. He dropped the cross. His lips curved up. He reached his hand out to me like it was the most natural thing. I ignored him and walked right past. I headed toward the door into the wind and snow. He froze. He called out from behind me. Fu. I ignored him. I wasn't gonna play his games. His tongue pressed against his cheek. He gave a helpless laugh, then his boots stepped forward in one quiff. He blocked my path. He stared at me with dark eyes. That bloody gash above his eyebrow made him look wild and untamed. Give me a handkerchief. This attitude was nothing like the obedient boy he used to be. He'd fooled me completely. I looked at him. I forced myself to be cold. Don't block my way. He raised an eyebrow, looking defiant. Then I'll take it myself. Right there in front of everyone, his hand reached out. He startled me. I stepped back immediately. I quickly pulled a handkerchief from my robe and tossed it to him. He caught it and carefully wiped his hands. I couldn't be bothered and I tried to leave. He saw what I was doing. Wait, don't go. Is this how he talks to his mother? Right when I got distracted, he quickly wrapped the cloth around his dirty right hand. Then he grabbed my wrist and pulled me forward. Clean now, let's go. Let go. I struggled. He gripped tighter. His tone was casual but threatening. Keep making a scene and I'll carry you. Back at the Eastern Palace, Lychee pinned me down and kissed me. You ungrateful brat, I'm your mother. He laughed coldly. When the father dies, the son inherits. I inherit you. It's only natural. You're a disgrace, you shameless bastard. The more I cursed, the harder he kissed. You're going straight to hell for this. Well, he pressed his tongue to his cheek and grinned, shameless as could be. As long as you come with me, anywhere's fine. You're shameless. He grabbed both my struggling hands. He threatened me. All that cursing will make you overheated. Let me help you cool down. I felt like I was roasting over a fire. This couldn't continue. Something bad would happen. Fighting him head-on wasn't working. I had to give in for now. Chi, let go. I can't breathe. He paused. Desire flickered in his eyes. He looked like he was about to explode. What do you want me to do? I turned my face away. My face was burning red. I'm on my cycle. He paused. His hand reached. I pressed down on his hand. What are you doing? Checking if you're lying. I was furious. Fun. If you won't give me any respect, keep playing. Play until I'm dead. I played my trump card. He stopped immediately. He rolled off. I was wrong. I won't touch you. Does that work? He lay beside me, covering his face with his hand, breathing hard. I sat up. Don't you think you owe me an explanation? He took a deep breath and pulled me into his arms. Fun, ask. Let go. He wouldn't. You can hear me better this way. I didn't bother fighting over the small stuff. I started interrogating him. 2 years ago, how did you find me? After I finished my business, I went looking for you. Near that area, I found your handkerchief. I searched around. I found you at the bottom of the cliff. You'd been hit by a poisoned arrow, fell down and got caught in a tree. His voice was muffled. Seeing you like that scared me to death. His gentle act didn't fool me anymore. It was all fake. I laughed coldly. You hit me in Peach Blossom Village. You lied and said you were my husband. You didn't hear my memory loss. Care to explain that? He went quiet. Then he spoke slowly. Nothing to explain. I wanted you. Well, you wanted me to. I just gave us a fair shot. My face heated up. What are you talking about? When did I ever want you? You're shameless. He stared at. He shrugged. That night in the storeroom, you telling me you didn't feel anything. I didn't. You didn't. Then why'd you run like that? You panicked because you realized you were losing control. He scoffed. You're a coward. If I didn't push you, would you ever do anything? Life's short. I'm not wasting time on meaningless running away. Assault hit me. I questioned him. That night in the storeroom, was that on purpose too? He didn't even hesitate. Yeah. Their steam couldn't touch me. I was fine, but I wanted to know how you felt. I was so angry I slapped him. 5 bright red finger marks instantly appeared on his pale face. The air went silent. My anger deflated. Actually, I was stung too. Then came the regret. This was someone I raised, and I hit him. His eyes flashed red, hard to tell if he was angry or hurt. I hesitantly grabbed his hand, hit me back. He stared at me for a lot. He laughed coldly, then he grabbed my hand and pressed it against his own cheek. I lied to you, I was wrong, but I'm not sorry. Go ahead, hit me, then we move on. Deal. He lost his mind. I pulled my hand away helplessly and changed the subject. What about your disappearance? He brushed it off. I got careless. They ambushed me. But it's fine. It was a good opportunity. Let them rebel, then wipe them all out. I disappeared to mobilize the northern troops. I couldn't risk leaking information, so I didn't send word to Peach Blossom Village. He thought about it. His expression darkened. I need to punish Qing Zhuan later. He couldn't even keep an eye on you. I had to bite the bullet and explain it was my own greed. To make money, I embroidered pouches to sell. Zhang Yuan found me. He sent someone to trick me. That guy made me peach blossom pastries every day. They were so good, I got addicted. Then I got kidnapped. Anyway, it was my fault. Nothing to do with Qing. I was supposed to be interrogating him. Somehow the tables turned. Why was I suddenly the one in the wrong? He scoffed. Some pastries were all it took to trick you. You deserve punishment. The mention of punishment sent a chill down my spine. I immediately grabbed his hat. I was wrong about this. Let's move on. He snorted. I'll settle this with you later. I'm tired. Sleep with me. Of course he was tired. Stealing a throne and stealing a woman in one day. I opened my mouth to protest. He didn't give me a chance. He hooked his leg around me. He locked me completely in his arms. His burning breath fell on my neck. I struggled. He threatened. Either stay like this with me, or we do something more fun. I didn't dare move. So his breathing evened out. He fell asleep. After a while, my arm went numb. I shifted. He didn't react. I lifted my head. His devastatingly handsome face came into view. I sighed softly. A hint of longing grew in my heart. I lifted my finger, hovering just above his face. I secretly traced his features. His brow bone was sharp, his eyes deep set, his nose high. His lips had beautiful lines, his jaw clean cut, perfect bone structure and skin. Hard not to fall for. Especially when he seduced me so subtly. I suddenly forgave myself for my sinful secret thoughts. It wasn't that my willpower was weak, the temptation was just too strong. Lychee went to court, the Empress Dowager came. I knew she'd come, just didn't expect it so soon. She sat in the high seat, making small talk with me in a casual tone. 2 years gone and Consul Yin is still breathtaking. I knelt below, trembling. You're too kind, Your Majesty. She smiled and told me to sit. She said lightly, "You really care for Chi as a mother. No wonder he still depends on you at his age. The palace is a complete mess, but he ignores it. The moment he heard about you, he ran to bring you back." My expression, "He is quite devoted." The Empress Dowager's tone was loaded. Yes, such a loving mother and filial son. Chi's not young anymore. I worry constantly about his marriage. I remember when you went missing, we were about to choose him a crown princess. But then you had your accident, so he used mourning as an excuse to stall. Now it's all. You're back, and he successfully ascended the throne. As his mother, you should push him to take care of this major life event. My nails dug into my palm. I answered, yeah. When the Empress Dowager left, she dropped off a registry. All the eligible noble ladies in the capital were listed. When Lychee arrived, I had a whole table of food ready for him. He beamed, "You always take care of me." He brought back the little cat from Peach Blossom Village. While he ate, no one roamed around his feet begging for food. He smiled indulgently. He forgot his own hunger and fed Nuan first. He teased, "Greedy, just like your mama." My heart skipped. I stopped him. "Chi, don't say things like that. He was Nuan's father," which meant I couldn't be Nuan's mother. His expression shifted. He looked at me confused. I put food on his plate. "Eat first. After dinner, I need to talk to you." He looked at me suspiciously. He ate very slowly. The wait felt endless. Finally, he finished. I was about to speak. He seemed to sense it. He quickly stood up. "I've got things to do. Whatever it is, we'll talk in a few days." He started to walk away. "Chi, I want you to choose a consort and get married." His back stiffened. His voice turned cold. "I only have one woman. Fu. Once the late emperor's funeral is over, I'll have the Ministry of Rites start planning our wedding." I asked him calmly, "You want me to die?" He turned around and looked at me. His mind was made up. "I hold all the power now. No one can touch you." I shook my head. "I'm your mother. I can't marry you. I don't want to watch you be shamed forever in the history books." He scoffed. "Can you stop being so naive? History is written by the victors. If I win, I write it however I want. As long as I do my duty protecting the people, no one can criticize me." He took a step toward me. "As for us, the history books will only say about this emperor and empress. One life, one love, together till our hair turns white." I rubbed my temples and argued, "Chi, no one can live free from judgment." He tried to convince me, "You can if you're strong enough." I'm not that strong. I'm afraid of being condemned by everyone. I'm afraid of being cursed by history. Everyone. History. What do they have to do with us? Jiyu, are you really going to hurt the person closest to you for the sake of strangers? I couldn't win an argument with him. I took a deep breath. Church hat, have you ever thought about whether you really love me? I just happened to show up when you were most helpless. You have special feelings for me, but that's not necessarily love. He stared at me silent. I tell you. What if one day, a girl comes along who really makes your heart race? What then? You can't leave me, and you can't give her up. He lost his patience and cut me off. How stupid would I have to be to not know the difference between love and gratitude? I'm older than you. When you're in your prime, I might already be old. You might not love me when I'm old. He saw carefully for a moment. I'll get you in Shirin. I'll hand you the power. If I change my mind, you can death row me anytime and take my place. That work. He completely lost it. I walked up and gently hugged him. Chi, you know what you're like right now? His voice was already hoarse. What? You're like someone with a fever. It hits hard at first, like it'll destroy everything. But it's okay. You'll get better. He caught my meaning. So I can't convince you no matter what, is that it? I looked up at him. Just like I can't convince you. And between us, someone has to give in. Except for this, everything else, I can give in to you. What if I threaten you with my own life? It was me who tempted you. I led you down this path. I caused this. I'll fix it, even if it costs me my life. He looked at me like I was a stranger. After a long time, he shook his head. Should have known better than to finish that meal. So, you giving in? His tone was cold. You're threatening me with the thing I care about most. What choice do I have but to give in? Besides marriage, what else do you want? Say it all now. I can't take hit after hit. The wedding has to happen in the next 2 months. Whatever you want. I rubbed my temples. After you marry, I'm going to the Xiao temple to become a lay Buddhist. He pressed me immediately. When are you coming back? I avoided his gaze and looked down. I don't know. He narrowed his eyes. That won't work. You have to stay by my side. He thought for a moment, then asked, what is it you have to do behind my back? My heart jumped violently. I can't let him know. I'm carrying his child and planning to have it in secret. I tried to stay calm. If I'm always in front of you, how can you forget me? He gave a cold laugh. Fine, do whatever you want. You don't want me anyway, so I've got nothing to say. My words came true. During the bride selection, Lychee fell for a girl. She was the daughter of the Minister of Personnel, named Ruangwa. Beautiful and gentle, everyone was pleased. But days before the wedding, she got seriously ill. The wedding had to be postponed. Sent the imperial physician to examine her. The physician said the girl had a terminal illness. The Empress Dowager was furious. She chewed out the minister and sent me to persuade Lychee to choose someone else. Does it have to be her? Lychee was buried in paperwork. He didn't even look up, answering me coldly. Mother can't make me a puppet who can't even choose his own empress. My heart felt failed. My voice darkened. That's not what I mean. She has a terminal illness. The physician says she won't last a year. I know. He didn't waver one bit. I felt like such a nuisance right then. But I still had to push him. Can you please choose someone else? He laughed as if mocking me. Choose someone else. Marriage isn't like shopping at the market, swapping things out if they don't fit. Once I've chosen, that's who I marry. You don't need to persuade me, mother. In just a few days, he's already in this deep. I felt relieved and miserable at the same time. Relieved that what I crushed was indeed wrong, a false love. But the unlucky part is, the one who made his heart race won't be with him through the long years. Fate really does toy with people. In just a few days, he's already in this deep. He tossed the memorial aside and finally looked at me. Why not? Mother, do you have a problem with me loving someone else? I took a deep breath. No problem. I'm happy you met someone you truly like. But I don't want you to suffer the pain of losing what you found. His face darkened. One man's poison is another man's honey. The pain you speak of, mother, I'll gladly take it. I knew I couldn't talk him out of it. Who could change his mind once it's made up? I nodded. Fine. Consider me nosy. Since this wedding's getting delayed, I'm not waiting around anymore. I'm leaving for Dashao Temple tomorrow. I came to tell you today. He leaned back and looked at me. There's no need to go. Mother's afraid I can't forget you, right? Look at me now. Do I look like I can't forget you? He was mocking my wishful thinking. I bit my lip and looked down. I'm not worried about that anymore. Then don't go. I smiled. I'm tired of the palace. I want some fresh air. He paused, asking out of duty. You're not planning to come back? I nodded. Yeah. After a long silence, he grabbed another memorial. Looked down, not even glancing at me, his tone flat. Fine, whatever. I was dazed for a moment. In the end, the bond we built over these years just fizzled out. After 3 months, my belly grew like crazy. My waistline looked awful. I couldn't help complaining to Lan Ruo. She leaned by the window, those bright eyes staring at something. She answered me absent-mindedly. You don't have a man anyway, no need to look good for anyone. You do? Well, she was so fixated, I walked softly behind her and followed her gaze. Qing Chuan, and that man, visiting Ruan again. What a coincidence, after I came to the Zhao Temple. Ruan also moved here to recuperate. Should I say, at first I did suspect he did it on purpose. But I quickly proved I was being full of myself. He practically forgot about me. When he visits Ruan, sometimes he doesn't even bother coming to see me. I looked at the man. The peach blossom pastry in my hand suddenly didn't smell good. Lan Ru turned around, startled by me. Sneaking up on me like that could kill someone. I snorted. You like Qing Chuan, don't you? Lan Ru's face flushed. My lady, what nonsense. Who likes that blockhead? Right, she definitely likes him. That man may have forgotten about me, but Qing Chuan still brings peach blossom pastries every time he visits. Qing Chuan always steals glances at Lan Ruo. He blushes every time. From where I stand, these two clearly have a mutual crush. I bit into a peach blossom pastry and started scheming. I can't hide this belly much longer, even though he doesn't care about me. I can't have this baby right under his nose. Lan Ruo and I plan to slip away in the next few days. But looking at Lan Ruo now, clearly she can't bear to leave Qing Chuan. I decided to play matchmaking. Later Lan Ruo went out, Qing Chuan came with the pastries. He didn't see Lan Ruo. He looked crushed. My lady, I'll be going now. I quickly stopped him. Lan Ruo's going back home in a few days to marry her cousin. If you like her, go find her now and make her stay. Qing Chuan's face went bright red, sweat beading on his forehead. He was about to run find Lan Ruo, then stop. What's wrong? The master's waiting for me. I'll help you. I'll just say I needed you to help me with something. The peach blossoms in town had fallen, but the mountain temple blooms had just begun. When I found him, he was leaning against a peach tree in full bloom, arms crossed, gazing toward the pavilion. From that direction, Dixie Tower at Dajiao Temple, where I live. He must be getting impatient waiting for Qing Chuan. I felt a sense of loss. He'd rather wait here than come see me, like he's afraid to run into me. I cleared my throat behind him. He heard me, slowly turned around. The first thing I saw was that tear mole below his eye, more enchanting than the peach blossoms, tugging at my heartstrings. Mother, what brings you here? I snapped back, looking at his bewitching face with a strange sense of distance. I nodded stiffly. I borrowed Qing Chuan for a bit. He'll be back later. He looked at me with an equally distant gaze. Okay? An awkward silence spread through the booming peach grove. It felt so out of place. I broke the silence with small talk. How's Ruan doing? When can you hold the wedding? Not sure. My palms began to sweat. I forced more conversation. You've lost weight. He paused, looking me up and down. He said slowly, Mother, you've gained weight. Your waistline's gone. Talk about a fatal blow. No woman can stand being called fat. Even if it's true, it's absolutely not allowed. My nerves twitched. Anger just erupted involuntarily. So what? What's it to you? Am I eating your rice? He looked stunned, completely helpless. I'm just stating facts. Why are you angry, Mother? I gritted my teeth. I'm not angry. A peach blossom branch hung down right then. I swatted it irritably. Snap. The branch sprang back, shot past me, and smacked him right in the eye. He gasped sharply. That branch had some karma to settle. I asked with fake concern, "Are you okay?" He covered his eye, frowning. It hurt. He couldn't see clearly. He asked hesitantly, "Mother, do you have any medicine for swelling?" "Probably not." He hummed, calm and slow. "Why isn't Qing Chuan back yet?" "He's out of luck. If he's annoyed, then Qing Chuan's in for it." I quickly changed my tune. "Actually, I just remembered. I do have some. If you don't mind, I'll help you put some out." "I'll just wait for Qing Chuan. Don't want to trouble you, mother." "It's no trouble." I quickly took his arm. Just a light touch, and a burning sensation spread from my fingertips. His body temperature was so high, even through his clothes it was like holding a hot potato. Finally at my room, I quickly dug out the medicine and tossed it to him. "Use it." "I can't see. I'll wait for Qing Chuan." "Qing Chuan is Qing Chuan ba. For Lan Ruo's happiness, I'll endure." "I'll do it. Don't wait for him." How do I describe this feeling? Like restless dread before disaster strikes. He sat, head tilted back. I stood, head bowed. So close to his face, I could feel each other's breath. His breathing was steady. Mine was strangely rushed, chaotic. Like being tortured. Suddenly, his Adam's apple bobbed. My heartstrings were plucked. I froze, staring at his dry lips, blurting out. "Thirsty." The moment I said it, I regretted it. I shouldn't talk to him. His voice was low and husky, thirsty and hungry. My heart trembled and softened. I couldn't control my mouth. I asked again. "You didn't eat before coming?" "Yeah, to see the person I wanted to see, I didn't have time." My hands stopped moving. That's the power of being in love. I suddenly didn't want to care about him anymore. "That's enough." I tossed the medicine aside, pointed at the teapot. "Pour yourself some tea. There's pastries too. Help yourself." "I can't see well." I grabbed the teapot, angrily poured tea, grabbed a plate of pastries, and slammed them in front of him. "Can you see now?" He pressed his lips together. "Forget it. I'll wait for Qing Chuan to eat. By the time Qing Chuan gets back, he'll die of thirst and hunger, then he'll punish Qing Chuan. I'll feed you." He pressed his lips again. "No need to trouble you, mother." My face was cold. "Qing Chuan is helping me. I can't use your man for free." He closed his eyes. I gave him tea, then picked up a pastry. Held it to his lips. He chewed slowly, eating deliberately. I looked out the window, distracted. How are Qing Chuan and Lan Ruo doing? Just as I spaced out, I suddenly felt my fingertip get wet and warm. I looked down, like I'd been burned. I yanked my hand back, demanding, "What are you doing?" He looked innocent. "My eyes are closed. You fed me too much." I didn't know. I guess I did space out. Him accusing me so innocently made it seem like I was trying to take advantage of him. This guy's seriously annoying. I just hid by the window, not wanting to get near him again. The evening was like a tired rose, beautiful but weary. As I watched, I felt hypnotized. Sleepiness washed over me. I propped my chin, dozed off, and gradually fell into deep sleep. In my dream, my lips were covered by something soft. I don't know how long passed. He pinched the soft flesh at my waist. His voice was hoarse and low, sounding puzzled. "You've gained so much." I shot back angrily in my dream. "What's it to you?" He chuckled softly. "It feels soft. I like it." I muttered softly. "You're better than that jerk." "Who's the jerk?" "The jerk who called me fat." He laughed again, but the laugh was helpless. "The jerk was wrong. I'll apologize for him." My eyes welled up. He wasn't wrong. The other person went silent after a long pause. "He's such a jerk." "Is that what you wanted to see?" I sniffled. "Yeah, he ignores me. Has no feelings for me at all. I'm very happy." "That's how it should be. Everyone says it's right, really. It's like dodging a bullet." He cupped my face, wiping my tears. "But you're crying." I smiled stubbornly, unsmiling. Doing the right thing doesn't always make you happy. Tears kept falling. Even when you're unhappy, you still have to do it. Isn't that life? He kissed my tears away, his tone compromising. "I want you to be happy, but you won't listen." "I can't help it. I'll just have to be unhappy with you." He paused, his voice low and raspy. "I'll forget it. At least you're here. When I miss you, I can see you. That works." When I woke up, the crabars by the window were still booming in the Tiegang Ho. A half-eaten peach pastry sat silent in the darkness. I felt dazed. Did he come by? When did he leave? Left without even saying goodbye. What a dirt. Qing Zhuan confessed his feelings to Lan Ruo, but she turned him down. This silly girl is dead set on leaving with me. Come on, I've only known Qing Zhuan for how long? I've known you for ages. Of course I'm going with you. This is a once-in-a-lifetime. Pure and promising young men like Qing Zhuan don't come around often. Generous and wealthy masters like you don't come around often either. So on a dark and windy night, when no one was in the tower, we set a fire that hurt no one and faked our deaths. Time flew by, firecrackers popped, another New Year arrived. I was doing my makeup when Lan Ruo burst in, rushing me. Oh come on, stop primping. Acacia Bridge is packed with people. If we're any later we won't get a spot watch the fireworks. I added a bit more rouge to my lips. Just one more second. His expression was Xiangtilan. There are fireworks every year. If we miss them this year, we can watch next year. Mother's happiness is most important. Let's not rush her, okay? Lan Ru rubbed her forehead. Fine, spoil your mother all you want. Chuanzai shook his head, sighed, then looked at me. Mother, you missed the fireworks last year, sorry for whole day this time, let's go early. No regrets this time, okay? My heart melted, I scooped him up right away. Let's go, let's go. Mother's gonna show Chuanzai the most beautiful firework. Luo City's night market was bustling, its lanterns bright. Drums and flutes resounded, a scene of peace and prosperity. Lychee fulfilled his duties as emperor very well. Over the past 3 years he worked tirelessly and created a golden age. Our new year as common folk was livelier than ever. I felt a bit relieved, good thing I made a clean break back then. Everyone was on their own path, fulfilling their own duties and obligations. Well, I guess I went a bit off the beaten path, but I have no regrets. Apart, I held Chuanzai tight and followed along. Mother, are you happy? He hugged my neck tight and gave me a smooch. He kissed me. What do you think? And Ruo said wistfully, am I just extra baggage? Chuanzai leaned over and gave her a kiss too. Of course not. This must be heaven's gift to me. Gave me the sweetest baby and the warmest friend. Acacia Bridge was mobbed. It was like fighting. A month later, after a huge struggle, the 3 of us finally made it up onto Acacia Bridge just as I caught my breath. Guards came waving their swords, shouting orders. Everyone off the bridge. Below the bridge, fancy carriages, music, and flutes, and impressive display. People around me murmured, who's that? The magistrate's daughter. That arrogant. I heard she related to the Empress Dowager's family. She's going to become a consort. People around us were treated like a tide. Everyone got off. Just the 3 of us left. The magistrate's daughter got off her carriage and climbed onto the bridge. Seeing us still standing there, she immediately frowned. She looked me up and down. Who are you? A mother watching fireworks with her kid. She didn't hesitate. Guards, get these commoners off. Several guards came forward with swords to chase us off. Lan Ru stepped forward to block them. You dare touch my mistress. I pushed Lan Ru behind me. Miss, you watch your fireworks. We'll watch ours. We won't bother each other. You think you deserve to. She looked at the guards and scolded. What are you waiting for? Get them off. Who dares? A very low, cold baby voice. Cold sweat broke out on my forehead. That voice came from the baby in my arms. The guards froze. The magistrate's daughter turned red with anger. What's wrong with you? A 3-year-old scares you. The guards finally snapped out of it and raised their swords. Good lust. Chuanzai narrowed those cold phoenix eyes, just like his father's. A voice was icy. Touch my mother and see what happened. A toddler's threats were useless. The lead guard got angry and swung his hand down to strike. In a flash, I quickly shielded Chuanzai and closed my eyes. A sharp wind whizzed past my ear. The slap I imagined never came. I heard the guard cry out in pain. I looked up. A dart from nowhere pierced straight through his palm, leaving a bloody hole. As I stood there stunned, Lan Ruo looked down from the bridge, her face changing. What's wrong? I followed her gaze and looked down from the bridge. My heart was instantly seized by a huge hand. I could barely breathe. Now below the bridge, people came and went. That man stood where the lights were dim, in black. Ro, handsome features, he just stared at me coldly. His gaze was dark and sinister, like a storm gathering beneath the surface. The world around me seemed to be collapsing into chaos. I couldn't help but step back. Boom! My eardrum shook. Yet fireworks tore through the night sky in that instant, fierce and wild, booming with intense passion. The man's face below the bridge was lit up by the fireworks, devastatingly, steadily, but terrifying. People began to cheer. Below the bridge erupted. His eye in my arms was also drawn to the fireworks. He clapped. Mother. Look, this year's fireworks, we made it. I felt like I was in the middle of a terrible disaster. Yeah, this year's fireworks, we caught them. That man climbed on the bridge walking toward me step by step. The small teardrop, Mo trembled, like a tear barely clinging to time. Carrying a kind of timeless, poignant beauty. Fireworks rose behind him, bloomed, and faded. Each of his steps seemed to land on my heart, trampling and crushing that fragile organ. I held my breath, clutched Chuanzai tight, backed away slowly, then ran desperately in the other direction, through the brilliant fireworks. Mother, why are we running? Because it's a New Year's game. Whoever runs fastest gets good luck. Zhiyingfu, stop. I heard nothing, only one thought. Run. You can't get away. Like a terrible prophecy, no, can't stop. A dart glazed past my hair. The brilliant gold hairpin fell to the ground. Chuanzai hugged my neck tight. Mother, your hairpin fell. One more step slower, and it might not be the hairpin that falls. My legs were completely nailed in place by that threatening voice. I didn't dare move, cold sweat poured down, my whole body trembled. Run, why'd you stop? A cold laugh came from behind me, tormenting me. Mother, why did we stop running? Mother, who's this man? I was completely exhausted and couldn't answer any question. That man was already standing in front of me. His towering shadow loomed over me and Chuanzai. Who's the shit? I took a sharp breath, not yours anyway. His big hand reached over and snatched Chuanzai from my arms. No. Let go, or I won't be nice to him. Chuanzai bit his arm hard. He didn't react. Chuanzai was still just a baby after all. He quickly got scared and started crying. Big bad guy, you big bad guy. I don't want you. I want mother. Your mother belongs to me now. His tone was cold. He tossed Chuanzai to a guard, then stepped over and scooped me up. Chi, you jerk. His face was grim. You haven't seen anything yet. After a few steps, he suddenly remembered something and ordered the guard. 丢河, that woman wanted to watch fireworks alone right through 'em the river. Let her watch all she wants. Outside the window, distant snow-capped mountains and a bright full moon. Below a clear spring. Snow, moonlight, and water blended together, shattered. Hazy light flickered constantly before my eyes. A hoarse voice escaped my throat. Why? It's been 3 years, why won't you let me go? I should be asking you that, 知音妇. Why? He smiled bitterly. For your bastard, you don't want me. We depended on each other for 7 years, doesn't that matter? My lip, I stayed with you for 7 years, isn't that enough? You already have your life. I want my own life too. His gaze was dark. Your lies can only be tied to mine. 知音妇, I already compromised. What do you want me to do? What didn't I do? You wanted me to marry, so I married. You didn't want to stay in the palace, so I let you leave. I did everything. I only had one tiny hope. Just to see you from afar. But you had to destroy even that. I really thought you were dead, 知音妇. Did you ever think about what happens to me? I shook my head tearfully. Don't you already have someone you love? He laughed, his eyes red. I always have. But she doesn't want me. What can I do? I could only lie, tell her I loved someone else so she wouldn't be scared, wouldn't run. Missed her so much I was going crazy, but could only watch her secretly. 大 J Temple's G Tower, 5th floor, 2nd window. The girl I love often sat there, lost in thought. What was she thinking about? Did she ever think of me even for a moment? What excuse could I use to see her? So that coward wouldn't panic. She loves peach pastries, wanted to give her some myself. No, she'd be scared. Wanted to tell her she's beautiful even when she's gained weight. I really like it. No, she'd be scared. She cried. Wanted to force her back no matter what. No, would scare her out complete. He laughed self-mockingly and shook his head. But it was useless. No matter how careful I was, it was useless. A living, breathing person like me couldn't compete with the utter fear of gossip. You laughed without a single bit of reluctance. His movements were fear. But since pleasing you doesn't work, I'll just use my way to keep you. I bluffed to stop him. You wouldn't dare? You're not afraid I'll die now? He sneered dismissively. If you die, what happens to your son, Ji Yun? Fu, you're way more scared than me now. Despicable shit. Just like that, he had me. He forced me to admit it. See, you clearly like it. I shout back, not necessarily just with you. One taunt led to a day and night of disaster. My consciousness was hazy. Volcano dormant for years erupted violently overnight, flames bursting forth. Scalding lava burned the pure white moonlight. Gradually, the snowy moonlight poured into a deep, vivid flush. The young emperor reached out and yanked hard. The moonlight hovering above fell, dropping into the lowly mortal world where he lived, and his world had light. He threatened with an emperor's scepter, bewitched with tender lips and tongue. The snowy white, the crimson red, all the light and color of the moon. He claimed it all. Maybe despicable, maybe obsessive, maybe tyrannical. But what does it matter? As long as he teaches her, so what if he becomes a demon? A heart-stopping descent. When I finally woke from my hazy consciousness, I saw nothing but chaos. The man was fully dressed, acting like nothing happened. The only one in shambles was me. Furious, I kicked him hard. He grabbed my ankle. The next moment, something cold and foreign was fastened on. Is that a shackle? My heart tightened. I looked down. It was a thin red string with a gracefully swaying gold bell. An ankle bracelet. Yan puts an ankle bracelet on a woman. He's binding this life and the next to her. The man looked down. His slender fingers lightly flicked. The wind stirred slightly. The tinkle sound was over my heart. He seemed thoughtful, beautiful sound. His predatory gaze slowly fell into my panicked eyes. Wonder if it looks good when it sways. Gotta test it. This time there was truly no escape. Lychee, that lunatic, brought me straight to the Empress Dowager. Grandmother, this is your future granddaughter-in-law. Before he finished, a teapot smashed straight into his head. Blood streamed down his face. He didn't care. He wiped it with his hand and kept talking. Go ahead and throw, grandma. Your grandson needs to talk to you about making someone the Empress Dowager doesn't waste a single word and just kicks him out. Get out. Blood is still dripping down his face. He doesn't move at all. I'm shocked by what I see. I grab him and try to leave. Mother, he's confused right now. I'll talk some sense into him. He lets out a cold laugh. Am I the one who's confused, or can't you all see clearly? The Empress Dowager throws another teacup at him. You've lost your mind. If you dare marry her, I'll dare kill her. His eyes immediately turned dark and menacing. If grandmother dares steal her, I'll dare wipe out grandmother's family. His iron-fisted methods since taking power are well known. No one dares challenge his imperial authority. The Empress Dowager's species so angry she nearly faints. Lychee walks over to support her. Grandmother, let's both compromise. The Empress Dowager says through gritted teeth, you want her as your woman. Fine, you hide her away. I can't control you, but you can't make her empress. Your empress has to be someone else. Lychee says firmly, impossible. The Empress Dowager so angry she can barely breathe. Then what do you mean by compromise? Your grandson only wants one woman, and only her as my empress. That's not up for discussion, but your grandson can give her a new identity. Everyone wins that way. What identity? Princess of Donggo. Your grandson sent troops to put down the rebellion before. Their king owes me a favor. He'll help me with this. Roger laughs coldly in anger. You've already figured it all out. Why bother asking me? Lychee says obediently, your grandson still respects grandmother. The Empress Dowager is too angry to speak. She sweeps everything off the table onto the floor. Get out. Chi, let's talk. I try to reason with him. He nods and gestures for me to sit down. Talk. Soon he takes control of the conversation. He asks me, Ji Yunfu, are your concerns still those same three? First, afraid of public condemnation. Second, afraid I can't tell love from gratitude. Third, afraid I won't love you when you're old. He remembers every single detail. I nod silently. Okay, the first problem doesn't exist anymore. Any objections? The fake identity is legitimate now and backed by the king of Bangzheng. I wipe the sweat from my forehead. Let's say now. The second problem doesn't exist anymore either. Jia Yunfu, I'm 22 this year. I'm not dumb enough to still confuse love with gratitude. He's got me cornered with no response. For the third problem, I still don't have a better answer. My answer is still the same as before. I'll give you power. If I change my heart, you can depose me and take over. I don't even get a chance to say no. He suddenly throws out the sharpest question. Whose son is yours? Should I tell the truth? Does it really matter? A storm brews in his eyes. Not important. As long as he's yours, I'll accept him. But I need to make sure there's no one else in your heart. I say awkwardly, there's no one else. In that instant, a bright light appears in his eyes, like sun after rain. I know now. I snap back to reality and realize he tricked me. No one else in my heart means I've admitted he's there first, then comes whether there's anyone else. Come here. This is terrifying. I feel like my brain turns to mush in front of this young emperor. By the time I come to my senses, he's already taken advantage of me yet. My weak resistance drowns in his kiss. His robes are always perfect. Feeling indignant, I catch him off guard and yank hard. A crisscrossing scars are carved across his chest. I freeze. What is this? He stays silent. His imperial dignity vanishes in this instant. Lychee, tall. He lowers his eyes. You can't expect me to be indifferent to your death. So you hurt yourself. Have you lost your mind? And says nothing. Each one is carved deep, horrifying. Old and new wounds overlap. No wonder that night, no matter how passionate things got, he kept his clothes on. I push him away. You disappoint me so much. I thought you knew what you should and shouldn't do. He grabs my hand, fure. I only do this when I can't stand missing you. I shake my head, let go. It won't happen again. 4. I was already trying really hard to stay alive when you weren't here. Tears fall in that instant. Chi, how can someone who doesn't love himself love others? I know, but without you, I don't want to love anyone else or myself. Nothing feels worth it. I wanted to just die, but I was afraid that down below, you'd be so angry you'd never forgive me. I could only find this middle ground. Fure, forgive me. The person who needs to forgive you isn't me, it's yourself. This kind of self-destructive love is irresponsible to yourself. I know. Then stay by my side and teach me properly. Teach me how to love myself, how to love others, how to live right. I wipe away my tears and gently touch those shocking scars. Does it hurt? I don't feel anything when you're not here. He carefully holds my finger, but when you touch me like this, his voice sounds hurt. It really hurts. His voice sounds hurt. It really hurts. This jerk really knows how to make me cry, how to make me stay. So I was wrong, right? Public condemnation, eternal infamy, beauty fades. I worried about so much, but I never thought about this. This young emperor in front of me has a pale, gloomy child living in his heart. That child is fragile. Afraid of the dark, I pulled him out of darkness with one hand. After he got used to the light, I threw him back into darkness with the other. He'd be lost, in pain, go crazy. I was completely wrong. I kiss the scars on his chest bitterly and make him a promise. Cha, I'm sorry. I won't leave you anymore. Chuanzai and I will both love you. He frowns in confusion. Chuanzai? Yeah, your son. He's silent for a long time, then calls my name. 4. You know what I want to do right now? What? Screw you, senseless. You impossible woman. Okay, that gloomy child is gone. The torturous emperor is back. Another unlucky night. 39. Far shadow shift by the window, footsteps ring out sharply. A soft little voice reaches my ears. Is mommy still sweeping? I'm at the window. The man is holding me from behind. Flustered, I reach back and cover his lips. I silently beg him, don't make a sound. His eyes darken, then keep me company tonight. No. Oh, his arms suddenly tighten. He teases me without warning. I'm not prepared. A sound escapes my throat. Mommy, I heard you. That confused little baby voice is slowly driving me crazy. I'm losing my mind. The man whispers in my ear with such enthusiasm, begging me. Like being roasted over a fire. I just want this to end quickly. Please, he won't let up. Stay with me tonight. Chuanzai can't go a night without me. Neither can I. Don't push it. The man threatens me. Oh, you have no idea what pushing it really looks like. I immediately grab his hand. Fine. The man finally lets me go. I hide behind the screen, fixing my hair and dress. The window, he pets the cat with one hand and ruffles Chuanzai's head with the other. When I was 3, I didn't cry for mother all day long. You should really think about that. Chuanzai fires back without mercy. You're all grown up. And you still cry for mother all the time. You're the one who needs to think about it. The man lifts him up through the window, sets him on his shoulder, all righteous. I'm the emperor. I can do whatever I want. You want to compare yourself to me. Wait till you inherit the throne. Lychee, shut your mouth. Is that how you teach a child? Who would have thought the young emperor would be reckless enough to hide a woman in the council chamber? Under the desk, no less. He's really trying to seal my reputation as a tension. He leans back slightly, his sexy Adam's apple rolling slowly. Let's do as uncle suggests. The man's sultry eyes lower, completely satisfied. I grit my teeth, lower my neck, and rub the silk cloth hard. The terrible man teases me, while calmly discussing state affairs with Zhang Yang. How does he do it? The moment I zone out, my neck tickles again. My heart jumps violently. I look and see the man messing around again. I bite my lip and glare at him from under the desk. He holds up a memorial, just barely blocking Jing Yian's line of sight. Still there, his eyes fall on my neck, mouthing the words. My face burns. I bite my lip, wishing I could kill him with a look. To dial again. Without warning, his fingertip presses down hard. Your Majesty, Zhang Yuyan asks suspiciously. What was that sound? I hand over my mouth. If word gets out, I tug at his robe pleadingly. The amusement in his eyes deepens. Tonight too. This competing with a little kid every day. I'm done with him. Seeing I won't speak, he raises an eyebrow, clears his throat. Oh, nothing. Just hiding something. I quickly grab him and mouth. I agree. Hiding a cat, little thing is clingy, won't leave me alone for a second. Sheila, I'm both angry and embarrassed. I thought that was the end of it. But then, by the window, Zhuan's voice objects. As everyone knows, the emperor only has one cat. And that cat is currently strolling by the window. So, what's hiding under the desk? The lie falls apart. This is low and cold. Your Majesty should still exercise restraint. A wave of shame washes over me. I want to crawl into a hole. Lychee chuckles. Uncle, forgive me. Sometimes passion takes over. Can't be helped. I'm mortified. All right, Uncle, you've been working hard lately. I sent some beauties to your residence as a token of appreciation. I already have someone in my heart. Your Majesty need not trouble. Lychee snorts. She's already married, Uncle. Time to wake up. When I leave the council chamber, I run straight into Zhang Yuyan. No, actually, he's been waiting there for a while. Zhi Yingfu, he calls out to me. Zhou Zhanyi and Lychee never got along. Not until old Lady Zhang, on her deathbed, made them swear to stop fighting. Blood is thicker than water, after all. These two stubborn men eventually honored the old woman's wish. They stopped fighting, at least on the surface. So technically, I have to call Jiang Yi Yingko along with Lychee. Uncle, you should call me Empress. Jiang Yuan's face darkens. Don't call me Uncle. I ignore him. What does Uncle want with me? He looks like he's grinding his teeth. I heard you're looking for the Crown Prince. The Crown Prince is Tuanzai. Lychee made up some story back then to cover it up. Yes, does Uncle have any suggestions? Zhang Yuan covers his mouth and coughs lightly. I can teach him. I stare at him suspiciously, calculating. Sure, Zhang Yuan's character is questionable, but his knowledge ranks top among all officials. Otherwise, he couldn't be prime minister. I hesitate. I'll think about it. But before I can finish thinking, the Empress Dowager has already arranged it. When I try to suggest that maybe Jiang Yuyan isn't quite suitable, she brushes me off with a few words. Of course, I'm arranging the most learned teacher for my precious great-grandson. Does the Empress have some old grudge with the prime minister? I have nothing to say. She strongly objects. But he goes through all the officials' records, picks a batch of ministers to lecture, and after sitting through a round, forget it, I can only have Qingtuan escort Tuanzai to class every day. Even though it's just a few steps, Zhang Yuyan becomes Tuanzai's teacher. And then, every few days after class, Tuanzai brings back a tray of peach pastries for me. Honestly, they're pretty addictive. One day Tuanzai clings to me, reciting the poem he learned that day over and over. And trees have branches, my heart delights in you, but you do not know. My ears are about to fall off. I really want some peace and quiet. You're amazing, sweetie. Mother heard you. Why don't you go recite it for Auntie Lan? No, teacher said I can only recite it for mother. Zhang Yuyan is really sneaky, finding ways to torture me. The desk is covered with scattered memorials. I bite my lip and push away the man behind me. 4. Stop biting your lip. It's about to bleed. I lick the sore spot and glare at him. Who caused this? Don't you know? He chuckles softly, completely unbothered, picks up a memorial I reviewed. Our Fuhrer is getting better and better. Just like he said before, if I'm afraid he'll change his mind, he'll transfer power to me. I didn't really want it, but he forces me to attend court with him every day, review memorials. Claims it's to protect me. But I always feel something's off. This way, from dawn to dusk, I'm glued to him. Every time I protest, he acts all righteous. Fool, don't trust men, trust power. You just want me to do your work while you sit back and relax. He smooths the tassel tangled in my hair. Well, I'm busy too. I'm indignant. Busy doing what? He presses against me from behind, his voice low and seductive. Busy being your man. The Milky Way and fireworks light up the sky together. Fireflies flicker on the ground. The cat by the bed is sound asleep. He holds me like that, lazily combing through my hair, listening to me ramble. Somehow we get on the topic, and I ask him when it started. When this forbidden love began. Not sure. His voice is low and lazy. In the casual conversation, there's a soothing comfort. I look up at him. He stretches. His Adam's apple rolling slowly, sinking into a hazy memory. The first time on the battlefield, during a break, the soldiers were talking dirty, talking about women. He looks down at me and smiles. That night, I dreamed of you. The Milky Way spills into his eyes, starlight shimmering. After that, every night I dreamed of you. Across mountains and rivers. Every night, you'd slip into my dreams with the moonlight, tempting me. When I returned to the palace and saw you again, I couldn't control myself. He strokes my cheek, couldn't control it, didn't want to. I could only quietly seduce you, infect you with this plague I'd caught. His voice is so soothing. I'm getting drowsy, responding hazily. Yeah, I'm infected, no cure for the rest of my life. A kiss lands on my forehead. The man laughs fondly, his tone bitterly drowning. Look how tired you are. Sleep, I'm right here. Sleep takes over completely. I fall into a dream where the Milky Way tumbles down. In the dream stands a boy. Sword in hand, guarding the romantic galaxy and ordinary me.